all right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Sunday to you all, wherever you are listening to me. My name is Benuru, and this is our Sunday show, aka Sunday School with Dr. Beno. And that credit should go to my brother Chucky. You know how we create our segment over here? The real farms are the one who named the segment. So Chucky said we should be having Sunday school with Dr. Beno. Of course, you all know I'm not a pastor. I don't even have in-depth knowledge of how to analyze biblical stuff. But as a Christian, I do believe that we should use our platform to promote the things of the Lord. So I know this is coming late for our real fan in the UK and in Nigeria. But notwithstanding, the show is not meant to be that long. Hopefully, I have to chat Uncle Patrick. Hopefully, Uncle Patrick can join us to help us break this down. But before I get Uncle Patrick in the building, I'm going to go through my take with respect to Davido's wedding, because I know right now Davido wedding is the talk of the town. Everybody is looking forward to that event, and the wedding happened today. It's still ongoing in the city of Miami, or Las Vegas, as they call it. Basically, I think I saw through what Davido's family are doing, and that kind of gives me an insight into what is actually going on. Oh, God bless you. Glory be to your name, Holy Lord. Thank you, Jesus. You know, sometimes when you are hosting shows like this, you need wisdom, and that wisdom can only come from the Almighty God. So I've been listening to all kinds of videos online, and I was asking myself, something is not just right with Davido's wedding. This is not what we expected. This is not what we hoped for. You know, we did a show yesterday, and my beautiful sisters, they were in the studio and they helped me break it down when we look at the pre-party and the photo shoot and everything. And I was still disturbed in my spirit. I'm still like, come on, David. Come on. You are African top star. You were supposed to shut down the internet. You know, everything's supposed to be super, super glamorous. Like, people have been waiting. In fact, after Priscilla's wedding, Yabo Joe's daughter's wedding in Nigeria, that of course happens to be the best wedding in Nigeria so far. If we have to go by societal measures, people have been looking forward to Davido's wedding, and the expectation was that, oh, Davido will shut down everything. I can't wait for this wedding. So, me too, you know, as a content creator, me too, I'm like, man, I can't wait for my boy. My boy should shut this thing down, man. He go loud. But so far, so good. It wasn't as loud as expected. And that is when it hits me. Davido had a marriage-bound wedding, contrary to expectations. And it's gonna take people with gonna take people with wisdom to understand what I'm about to explain. So we're gonna explore that briefly. Maybe we'll spend like 30 minutes on that. And if anybody want to chime in, of course you're free. This is our Sunday school segment. I'm bringing this in from Christian perspective, so please forgive me. I'm not analyzing the video wedding from give me a minute, guys. Yeah, just hold on. Sorry for that. Sorry for that briefly. So I'm going to analyze this from a Christian perspective. So please forgive me if my monologue doesn't sound like, Ben, we expect you to go deep. You are supposed to look at the event, the venue, the guest and everything. But today is Sunday, and so far so good in our community here. If you have been there for a while, you're going to notice that we have a lot of mature people on this platform. So even if I wanted to do content creator and just say anything that can bring me traffic and all that, I still have to remember that I have matured men, women that are on this platform and they are making contributions. So sometimes I got to use my number 6 to do some things the right way. So I'm analyzing Davido's wedding from the perspective of a Christian and what I think Davido is up to. And I want to link that to our main topic for the day, which is, do women betray God or are men just foolish? That is going to be hot. Now, I don't have the in-depth biblical knowledge to really go into that, but I do believe that as Christians, some of us who grew up attending Sunday school, we've have some questions about some of the lessons from the Bible that only a man of God, only people who have really took time to study the Bible and dissect it, that can actually walk us through. So, do women betray God or are men just foolish? We're going to talk about two case in points. Yeah, I have two case study. We will cover what really happened in the Garden of Eden. Did they really eat fruit? Did Eve betrayed God when Eve accepted that fruit? And what does that fruit denote? What is the meaning of that fruit? Is it really fruit? Yeah, I know some Christians are still asking, is it really fruit or is something else? And then in the Bible, I think in the book of Genesis 3, 1 to 7, I guess, that is where the Bible explains what actually went down. That the snake, in reality, according to, I think in the book of, is it Revelation? Uncle Patrick, and maybe Mr. Dayo, if he's available, can walk us through. I can't really remember those biblical verses now, but I know there is a part of the Bible where it was explained that the snake is not actually a snake, that it was actually the devil that spoke to Eve. I don't know. We're going to dissect all that. Now, if God gave a commandment that both you and Adam as well as Eve, you should have eat from this particular tree, the fruit from this particular tree, make it not touch your mouth, then why would Adam, who's supposed to be the man, who's supposed to be the one with the wisdom, why would Adam accept to eat that fruit when it was offered to him by Eve? Or did Eve betray Adam also? Now, I'm bringing all this back to reality, people. What is happening in the world right now? Are women betraying God as well as betraying their husband? Or are the husband just stupid, not knowing how to follow God? I don't know. Oh, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Uncle Patrick is here. Oh, hallelujah, Uncle Patrick. I see you in the comment. Thank you, sir. So I guess when we get to that segment, Uncle Patrick will help us break it down. Let me welcome everybody. And of course, we can first of all look at Davido's wedding just for 30 minutes and we dive down into today's conversation. Shout out to my brother Choki. Choki, this is your segment too. You know, I explain this all the time. People think I'm joking. Most of the segments we have on this channel, these segments are created by Real Fam, not me. You know, we have Make It Make Sense. That is credited to Honey Babe. Honey Babe is the one that says, Uncle Bear, we need to have a show where we make it make sense. And when sometimes when Honey Babe is speaking, Honey Babe will say, make it make sense. So whenever we do Make It Make Sense, that is straight off Honey Babe. We have all kind of segments here. So the last time we had a show on a Sunday and somehow it drifted towards Bible studies. And Uncle Patrick, Uncle Dio, as well as many sisters. I don't even know that many of my stubborn sisters here, they sabi Bible. Hey, no underestimate anybody. That day, my sisters were quoting Bible and all that, and that's when Chucky said, this definitely is Sunday school with Uncle Beno. So here we have people. You're welcome, everybody. Let me just appreciate my viewers. Oh, thank you, Auntie Grace. Auntie Grace, shout out to you, ma. Happy Sunday, ma. I hope you have a fantastic day so far, ma. Uncle Patrick, thank you, sir. God bless you, Uncle Patrick, for honoring my invitation to come and help us make this make sense. You will live long for us, sir. My brother, Dashoki. Yeah, the one and only brown sugar. How you doing, Baba? Now your segment be this, so you better sit down for chat there. Maybe they moderate to Chucky. You better tell everybody, maybe that they hit the like button because this is your show, bro. Thank you. Oh, my sister Miriam. Ooh, lovely name. Miriam, happy Sunday to you, my sister. How are you doing today? I hope you are having a fantastic time. And of course, my sweet sister, that mom of 5, my one and only James Bond. The UK, no, na Glasgow, mom of 5, the Glasgow M5. My own James Bond. How you doing, my sister? Sister Wemimo. Oh, you're welcome, my sister. Welcome, everybody. Of course, I know my troublemaker CC will always be here. The one and only Wahala Master. Say, what's up, mommy? You're welcome. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. How are you doing? Team Blessed. Oh, I'm blessed too. Thank you, mama, for coming up. My Oluchi, they won't know. Like I speak Igbo for you. They won't know. How do they speak Igbo for, if they want that person, welcome. Welcome. Biana, come. Bianeba, come here. Oluchi, I'll figure it out before we end the show. But you're welcome, my sister. How are you doing today? And my sweet sister Marriott. Oh, Sister Marriott, how you doing, ma? I hope you are having a fantastic time over there in Canada. Share on code, not too much. Yeah, my sister Yinku's in the building. Auntie Yinka, today we quote Bible. Make everybody ready. Now today we go know person wey sabi Bible, and those who don't know Bible, trust me, I go quote all the Bible for that today. Welcome, Sister Yinka. Happy Sunday, ma'am. Sister Labelle, happy Sunday, my sister. How are you doing today? The one and only Auntie Labelle. You're welcome, ma. Okay, Oluchi is in Ndewo. All right, so I got it. That's the way no sabi language the so far. I got it the first time now. Ndewo. Welcome, my sister. And Ashling, what's up, mommy? How are you doing today? Welcome. Okay, Shocky and everybody, let me get today's show started. Make I no waste our time because we have to get to this Bible study segment real fast. Welcome, everybody. All right, I'm gonna start this with this video so it can make sense to all of us. Thank you, everybody. Please, as member of the Real Fam, you know what to do already. We have 60 people watching already. Please, let's get the likes to at least 50. Just take like 2 or 5 seconds, hit the like so we can get the likes up. My baby girl Simbi, I think Simbi should be sleeping now. That girl is doing a lot these days, so I don't want to stress her. None of my team member knows that I'm coming live today, so it's just going to be we, the Real Fam. Now we go moderate. Now we go do everything today all by ourselves. All right, so please, for all the people watching right now, just hit the like. Uncle Patrick in the building. Thank you, Uncle Patrick, for joining me, sir. I just wanted to cover this Davido segment real quick so that I can link it to what is happening right now, and then we can go into the Bible study. Thank you, sir, for coming. All right, I want you to listen to this video. If you were part of yesterday's show, you will understand where I'm going with this. Take a listen to this beautiful sister who is analyzing how Davido pre-wedding party, he was kind of rating the dress and everything, but take a listen.
The brown blazer with the sparkle, dated 2002, throw that away. The sister with the brown dress, dated, throw that away, grandma auntie vibes. The cousin with the brown long fish like sequin dress, 8. Perfection, 10 out of 10. The cousin with the plain brown dress, Nico's sister, throw that away. She looked like she was going shopping. All the guests looked really old in regards to like what they were wearing. It was very mid, very plain, very bland. The theme was Havana Nights. It wasn't given Havana Nights. The bride's dress, 10 out of 10. The bride's hair, 10 out of 10. The bride's makeup, 10 out of 10. The groom, Davido, no. Love the loafers, love the white pants, love the hat to give height. The blazer was too big. The African print was nice, but it should have been sewn onto the blazer. It was a no-no. The behavior, allegedly, I feel like David's probably on cocaine or was drunk that night because he was a bit rough and tumbling with her. Like, if you go watch the videos that are circling right now, if you see how he's pulling her and stuff, I don't know, it was a bit weird. And another thing, David, you need an assistant. You have a fantastic manager, but you need an assistant because you go into the door to check who was coming in and who wasn't when you should have been taking them photos. That was very unprofessional. We've now put you on such a pedestal that you now need to be the star that we all know you are. You sorting out who's coming in, who's not, who's part of your entourage, who isn't on your engagement, pre-wedding, dinner party, whatever this thing was at this nightclub. It just it just looked very mediocre. Very confusing. You need an assistant to handle all of that business. Too many cameras, too many people doing photography. You need no camera policy. Like, have designated people to take videos for you. It was too much. It felt like your wedding all over again, which was a crowded fanfare, like a circus act. Not cool, not sexy, not aspirational. You need very few people at the entrance. I know you're trying to create a hype or buzz and you want everyone to put it and flood social media. However, it didn't feel like that. It felt very amateur. You know, I didn't enjoy watching you guys come into the hotel. Like, that moment should have just been, wow, she looks amazing. Oh my God, he looks great. It was like, oh God, the same like clowns surrounding you guys over and over again. The entourage is too much. It's just too much. It's too much. Okay. The guests, what they were wearing, you could see that this party was hosted by someone maybe in their 40s or 50s. It felt very like 90s coded. That's the vibe I got. It didn't feel youthful. This couple are very young. They're only 30 years old. It felt very 40, 50-year-olds celebrating a 50-year-old birthday party in a nightclub in Miami. Like, even the guests, I don't feel like anyone stuck to the theme. Temi, don't know what she was wearing. She looked like a cowgirl, you know, from a Beyonce concert. Don't know what that was. The other guy, I'd never seen him. I thought that was Flavor, but it wasn't. It's another Afrobeat star that I've never heard of. He performed. Chioma's best friend, we've got to get into this. She's a very beautiful girl. However, she needs her own stylist because she just looks drained. Like, the brown dress didn't work. Throw that away. Sack your stylist and come fresh. She needs to leave that color 1B hair alone. Someone that looks that beautiful with her face structure, her bone structure, her figure, she needs a color 1B30, some color in her wig, something to bring out her features brighter, something to make her stand out. I know she's the sidekick to Chioma. She's not exactly main character energy in this love story. I get it. She's not trying to overshadow the bride and her friend who's married to the superstar. However, she does need her own light, her own shine, her own zzz. And she just needs something different to make her stand out in the pictures, because she gets drowned. Whenever you see a picture of Chioma and Davido and the whole entourage, she drowns in with the background. She doesn't really stand out. So that's another point. Final point, David, you need an assistant. You need an assistant because I don't know what's going on with you and all these people around you. Someone needs to organize everyone so that you can be in the moment with the bride. I'm really looking forward to the wedding photos, the wedding videos. But this is my observations of what I just seen from last night. Looked like a party there. The cousin.
All right, that is the first video I want to show you guys. We will come to that real quick. Now, I got a poll set up on YouTube. I check right now, we have 18 likes and we already have like, how many now? We have 81 people watching. Please do us a favor, hit the like, hit the like. Please hit the like as you come into the studio. Thank you very much. So let me show you another video from the actual wedding. Now, if you look at the poll I got going on YouTube, not here yet, but on YouTube. I asked the question. Let me check. So the question is, did Davido and Chioma wedding meant to impress the public? So drop your answer. We have 11 votes so far. Please click on it, drop your vote, and we're gonna explore the rest of the conversation real quick. But I just wanted to ask that question as we progress. Now, let me show you what's going on from the main event based on available videos online so far. Let me start with this.
Van a mover este para allá. Michael! Michael! Hi! Are you following her? Van a mover este para allá. Michael! Michael! Hi! Are you following her?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Let me check the like once more. We are supposed to dive deep into this conversation, but I just want us to get the likes up first. So please, ladies and gentlemen, just do me a favor. Hit the like right now if you haven't done that. We have 103 people watching, and it's just 23 likes. Please, we are Africans. Let us support each other's effort. I'm not asking for money yet. If you give me super chat, I will love you. I go even kiss you, Seth, if you give me super chat. But frankly speaking, the likes are more or less the easiest and cheapest thing you can give us. So let's get the like to 50. I'm gonna be counting. All right, real fam, CC, others, please check if the likes are coming up, please. Didi in the building. Didi, you go work today. I know see Biba, I know see many of our Rule Farm members that work on the likes, they are not here today. So let's encourage everybody to like. So let us continue. That is the video right there. Now, I don't even need to waste your time playing many of these videos. Let me just get straight to the point. Oh, Biba, you're here. Thank you, my dear. All right, guys, please let's get the likes up. So what I noticed from the two videos I've played so far, the first video was that lady that is kind of can I say she's giving honest review of the pre-wedding party, the clothing, the arrangement and everything? Yes. But from the standpoint of the public, the general public, the expectation, the celebrity glam and all of that, I think that is where she's coming from. But when I think about Davido, I've been following this guy now ever since he broke out and he got into the music industry with Davido. I've seen Davido like a boy who just wants to live his life. This boy was born not even with silver spoon. Davido is born with golden spoon. The money has always been there. He got everything to live this type of life that he can seems to be bigger than everyone else. But if you have been following Davido, you would have noticed that Davido like people. He like people to be around him, and he's trying as much as possible to fit in the crowd. I think that's one of the things people are not giving Davido credit for. Davido is always trying to fit in the crowd. He want to fit in with the less privilege. This guy is not one of those guys that want to say, hey, I'm bigger than you. See, I love Davido. I support Burna Boy, and I also like my boy Wizkid. But when it comes to what I'm discussing right now, that is one aspect of Wizkid life that I really don't appreciate. Ego. Buga, I'm this big. Come on, bro. Nobody cares about that. The reason Davido is winning and is getting away with many of the nonsensical stuff he has done is because people can actually relate with Davido. The way Davido relate with everybody, male and female, youth, the rich, the poor, is why his brother won the governorship of Osun State. Davido literally is the one that makes his brother to become Osun State governor because of the love people have for Davido. So I've looked at Davido's life so far, so good. And sorry, I've looked at Davido's life so far, so good. Even when Davido came here, when he visited Austin, Texas, he came to our Bananas Club at, I think it was Round Rock or Georgetown. I went there. Davido was in the midst of everybody inside that club. Even there was a stage prepared for him. He not even go stage. He just did floor there with everybody they drink. Now there they carry mic, can't give him when they sing. So I just look at him like, this guy is just so simple. This guy know the booga. If not me, if I get half self plenty, if I get 1/4 of the money where David will get, hey, if I the waka come, all of them go move back. I'm also saying, you buy what you want, can't touch millionaire. Wouldn't they worry you? I'm just kidding anyway. So that is the angle I'm assessing Davido from. And if you look at everything Davido has ever done, especially when it comes to celebration, look at the traditional wedding, for instance. He was criticized for that traditional wedding. People were like, oh, the traditional is too rowdy, it's rough, it's not well organized. Everybody is just here and there and there and then. But listen, me, myself, I'm not at the level of the video, far from it. But my own lifestyle too, I like to have people around me. And one thing I've come to realize is that if you want people to be around you, you got to bring yourself down. You see what I'm saying? When you come to everybody's level, you can speak with them. They will easily like you naturally. Even if they don't like you, they won't hate you because they know, say, you know, they do Igberaga. What is the grammar for Igberaga? You are not feeling pompous. All right. So I noticed that when Davido had his traditional wedding, this boy just want his friends around. You know, boys, oh, more wedding, oh, my 12. Maybe we just rock life. That was it did. And that wedding was fantastic. Everybody enjoyed it. It was the talk of the town. Now, fast forward to his white wedding. When I went back and look at all the videos available online from the pre-wedding party, I also noticed that the video is just doing what the video does. Like, may my friend just come, may we just rock. Let's just do this, man. Let's just rock this party, man. So the societal expectation is Davido was also supposed to be this. You know, he's already a top class Afrobeat musician. All over Africa, give me one Afrobeat performer that is bigger than Davido, you know, let's call it what it is. Now, we can say Burna Boy is right there at the same level with him, because I love Burna Boy too. In fact, Burna Boy is doing amazing thing. But yet, Davido still remain Davido. So, this guy just want to have a wedding with his family and friends. He just want to have a regular wedding, even though he spent a lot of money and everything. Like all my sisters have said yesterday when they analyzed this wedding, if Davido hire really good event planner, this wedding will be like, oh my God. But no, dude just want to have fun. And that is why I think Davido is just fulfilling God's commandment about wedding. Davido is just trying to say, hey, baby, God says when we get married, we are supposed to celebrate with our family and friends and have fun. This is about us. I think that's the message Davido is putting out there with his wedding. That This is about us. It's not about the public. That's what I observe. I may be wrong, but it's just my own observation. So there are other videos out there, but that's just my take. Uncle Patrick, I don't know if you want to chime in one or two things about this video so we can move to the reason why we are here. But I just wanted to start with that. Welcome, Sister Mario and everybody. I will go through your comment right now, but let me allow Uncle Patrick, in case if Uncle Patrick wanted to say anything about this. Hello, Uncle Patrick, sir.
Yeah, Uncle Ben, thank you for having me.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you for
Farm. I hope you guys are doing all right.
We are fine, sir. Thank you for honoring my invitation, sir.
I didn't actually follow his wedding anyway. You made valid points, and I just believe the one he did in Nigeria was enough. And like you rightly said, he just want to hang out with his friend in America, and that's it. So I didn't. Even when one mom of five was running the video about it today, I didn't even tune to it because I'm not interested. I believe he has done. He pulled all his friends together in Nigeria. That was when Yabo, Job, Polo, and very dark man dude, and Kubana priest that made scenario. So I understand. I believe that was enough. So I wasn't following that wedding.
Okay.
It was just like a son to me. So I was like, okay, that's all right.
Okay. Oh, sir, if I can just ask one quick question, sir. As a father and as somebody who is a servant of God, a pastor, do you really think having flamboyant wedding determines if somebody is going to have a good marriage, even besides the video and all of that? Because I've seen couples who really have issue with wedding. The wedding must be this. I'm a fagon. It has to be glam. Everybody there show a B must be, Sir, does that really lead to great marriage?
The wedding is just for one day now. Marriage is a phase. It's a life. This thing. Like I recently, maybe I should put that in. I recently had a Michelle Obama. He said their 10 years of marriage was very tough. At least they've been married for 33 years. When they were doing loving, they were very good. But when the kids came in, he said Obama will be going for golf. He said, so you have time for golf? Oh my God. When I'm dealing with the kid, she was mad. She didn't have idea that the husband was going to be a president. And the woman said the main reason why marriage fails because people are not patient. She gave an example that for her 10 years of marriage was very tough. That's when the kids were growing up. So it takes the grace of God. I have the same issue too. You got to be there. And marriage is in different phases.
Yes.
Most women can begin to, make younger when they are done having kids. And it's not even yet over. Even when the kids are married, you guys will still be there. But the first 5-10 years is always very tough. So talking about wedding, you can spend millions on your wedding. That's not a guarantee that wedding is gonna, you have to you have to still do the work.
Absolutely.
It's all about compromise and you being there for one another. Michelle Obama said sometimes we just look the man where this guy has caused me pain, but I just love him where he will always be what he is. He said it was later decided that I have to make myself happy. It's not by my husband. No. Your husband will do whatever. You can't stop it. Don't you see Obama still playing basketball when he was president? When he had a cut in the face? Man, Uncle Ben will always come to the studio. Everything will be settled at home. Say, my wife, don't worry, we'll go out. But Uncle Ben will come to the studio and hang out with his boys. So that's life. So wedding, if like spend millions on wedding, who told you with people, millionaires. I don't know. Jeff, what's it called? Jeff Bezos.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? This man of this Microsoft man,
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. Are they not divorced with the wife, whom with the big project they are doing in Africa, billions of dollars project given her, they still divorce. Uncle Ben, that's a very typical example. Jeff Bezos, the man still divorced. He's gonna. I don't know if he has done his second wedding. Every guest per plate or whatever in the hotel is gonna be $50,000. That's not a guarantee. You still have to play. Yes, participate, be part of the marriage. You have to play your role. That's what I
Absolutely.
can say.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, Uncle Patrick. Yeah, I see my Auntie Grace and of course my baby girl Abby in the building. Abby, you gotta wait a little bit. Let me go to Auntie Grace first. Auntie Grace, wedding, Davido wedding and wedding generally. How big, how fancy, how expensive or luxury is the wedding? Does that really determine a successful marriage?
Good evening, my people.
Good evening, man.
Yeah, I think this is one thing about we Nigerians. Expectation, competitions.
Mhm.
You have to do it the way the other person they do it. I think Davido got the money, he has the money. You talking about style, yes. If the style is not up to your own standard, that is whom he is, that is how he wants it. It's not that he cannot afford it. He doesn't need to go into competition with anybody. We should learn to allow people do their things and live their life. This is what made people to go out of their way because they want to impress others, because they don't have a mind of their own. They go committing atrocities to impress others. It's really not a very good thing for Africans, Nigerians, our people. Why
Mhm.
can't somebody just live their life? Dangote was there. Some governors were there. There were some, real people with whatever, but that is how he wanted it. I can understand that there were some places that people were like, oh, it was like he was tipsy, maybe he was drunk, or whatever it was. For me, for crying out loud, people should allow people because this does not determine the outcome of the marriage. Because tomorrow, when something happened between him and Choma again, these are the people that will go again castigating. Oh, you spent so much money. Oh, you did this. Where is the marriage today? Why can't we just allow people live their life? This is my own take anyway. You know me, I'm quite simple with all of this. People should live their life. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you very much, man. Thank you, Auntie Grace.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, Abby, your take real quick, mama.
What my take on what, sir?
Davido's wedding. I'm of the opinion that Davido is just having this wedding as regular wedding as a regular person, even though he's spending millions of dollars on this wedding. He just wanna,
Mhm.
you know what? Let me just chill with my friends, my family, everything. This is
Because
about us.
that's what happens usually, yeah.
Yeah. So, what's your take
Um,
on?
First things first, I think that people need to recognize that celebrities are real people, right? Uncle Beno, if you went to school with Davido, you probably will still be friends with him. Do you understand? They have normal friends, they have normal lives. And some of them didn't even expect this fame and they just have to fall into it. And that's why one thing that I practice is, I know that we talk here as a little community, but one thing that I practice across the board is, you don't see my comments on that blogs. I don't have anything to say. Not even I just don't want to be seen there. So I would rather send something to my friend and be like, oh, I don't like this or whatever. But you're not going to see me bashing somebody on that shade borough or on that Insta blog, because I do recognize that these people are also real people. It's all fun and games when we have criticism. However, I do think that one thing we know about Davido, particularly, is that he's about community. He's about his friends. We know that he is about carrying people along. He's the one celebrity we know in Nigeria that does that a lot, maybe, and Don Jazzy as well. And I don't know. I think that it doesn't matter how much he spends, it's within his own budget, within his own capacity. That might not be the capacity for everybody else, but I think if you have the money and you have other things going for yourself, spend as much as you want on your wedding. It's nobody's business, you know. Generally, I'm opposed to taking loans for weddings. I don't think wedding is important enough to take a loan, because guess what? You don't need a party to make a wedding. You can go to the courthouse and call it a day if that's what you
Yeah.
can. So I don't like the idea of taking loans for an engagement ring. I don't like the idea of taking loans for a wedding. I don't like the idea of spending ridiculous for a wedding if you haven't got a house or more important things. But like I always say, if you can do everything, why not? Go for it.
All right. Thank you for that. Um Okay, this video on my screen right now, I think we may have to come back and revisit this the video topic tomorrow, because I don't want it to take away from the Sunday school version episode we are supposed to have today. But the video that just popped up right now, that is the video with the rest of his children there, and I think Imade was missing. We spoke about that yesterday, and I made my point yesterday that as a father, there are things, there are events in your life that you want your children to be part of. And if a mom is proving stubborn every time something big going on, you don't want the daughter to be part of his life, but you want him to come and pick the daughter to go and drink ice cream, to that is bullshit. I'm sorry. Oh, today not Sunday. That is not right. But we'll revisit this topic tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for liking the show so far. Let me just take a couple of comments here, and then we move on to our Sunday school version, which I'm still gonna link to the video anyway. Abby, I don't know if you can see my screen. Oh, your baby, be like
I
your
can
baby.
see.
All
You
right,
want me
can
to
you help
read
me?
comments?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. Harris J says exactly. They should have been an there should have been an entirely different hotel. Way too many five-star hotels or even mansions in Miami. South Beach where they are is so basic. There were too many beautiful locations.
Okay, absolutely. Again, that's his wedding, that's his choice, and that
Mm.
might probably come down to the wedding planner. I don't think Davido have time to go and be looking for where he want to have his wedding. And I think if we're gonna talk about choosing locations and none of that, I think that should be the job of Chioma. I'm not
Yeah,
that I'm
women are more particular about stuff like that. Is that what you're
exactly
saying? Yeah, women are
exactly.
more particular, but they could have also paid like an what's it called? Again, remember we said it yesterday. There's a job
Mhm.
of event planner. There's a job of event coordinator. So event coordinator will do things like transportation for your guests and for you. So for like something like a wedding like this, that's a destination wedding. They need a lot more, including for their guests. So an event
Yeah,
planner would plan the actual wedding. What an event coordinator would do is make sure your guests have hotels for their different budgets. That's assuming the video did not pay for everybody that came. Some hotel guests like Dangote might want to stay in $10,000 per night. Others, their budgets might be $200 a night. So an event coordinator will put all of these things in place and give direction to people, transportation, maybe even airport transfers and stuff. So at the end of the day, what I've realized generally is that they might have the money, but it seems like a lot of the people that have been employed might not be that great at their jobs. But
yeah,
remember, I said something yesterday. Davido is big on putting people on. So he might not have employed the biggest professionals, but just people that they know or they like.
yeah. But
And
at the
that's
same
what
time,
it is.
yeah, at the same time, my advice to lady would be that look, when it's your wedding, step up. Even if your husband is the one spending all the money, step up. Because at the end of the day, if the wedding comes out fantastically looking good or it's terrible, it will boils down to you. When you are
Yeah.
having your wedding, you, the woman, you are the one everybody want to come and see. You are the star of the
Of
event.
the
So make
show.
sure, yes,
Absolutely.
make sure you are on top your game. That's what I advise women all the time. Whenever they consult me, oh Ben, my wedding is coming up. Hey sis, make sure you are on top of your game. Oh. Your
Yeah, men
event
don't care for details, Uncle Beno.
sign
Men
us.
just care for the things to come and go. Men
Mhm.
don't care for the little details that make everything beautiful. So I agree.
We
I
don't care.
agree.
We just all our own be say we want to make our friend get drunk. So far, we can get our friends to be drunk. The wedding is the best. I'm telling you, even when we do party for my house or I do any party or anything, everything, I'll just tell my wife, say,
Drinks.
no, can't me join person. We won't follow you. They talk, say we arrange. All I'm concerned is drinks.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
Which kind of drink I won't give my guys when they land? Which kind meat? Which kind barbecue? No, I don't get money for Don Pedro. Don't start. You don't start again. Let's go.
Samuel Ukikwe. God, I beg. Samuel says.
Samuel Okiwe.
Dr. Adama is about to roast me for that pronunciation. Let the marriage stand the test of time. Me, I don't really care much about the glam of the wedding.
Exactly. Let's just move faster. All right, let's go.
Team Blessed, yes, from the standpoint of a big celebrity. No, if he was not a celebrity.
All right, next one.
Auntie Grace Amayo says, people should be allowed to do their thing. I know Davido has the money, but it shouldn't always be a competition.
Absolutely. Cece
says, Davido said himself on an interview he spent $3.7 million on this wedding. Where, though? I have attended weddings of 20K and they were way better than this.
That comes down to
did you say, please, I'm sorry for interrupting. Greetings, everyone. Did you say 20K and it was more put together, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, no, it's not me. Sissy that said it, though.
But it was well put together. 20K,
yes.
Like when we say 20K, we're not talking about 20K Nigerian money. We're talking about
20K pounds.
Yes. And it was well put together.
Yeah, sometimes that's how it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's keep it moving. Welcome, Dr. Adama. Next one from my Wahala Didi.
Didi says, at UB, I absolutely agree with you, but there has to be a boundary. You can't be accessible to everyone for one's security.
Yeah, that's right. But Davido is Davido. You see Davido driving himself to his own wedding. That's why I love it. That's why I always call him my boy.
What do you love about it? What do you mean Davido is Davido driving his own to his own wedding? So that makes it this thing.
Has even told us Happy Sunday.
No, my Dr. Adama, I won't
because everything about this wedding is just this thing, Jared.
Dr. Adama.
This is what they call in Obama. Put it together. Join.
Dr. Adama, how many Don Pedro you don't drink before you enter this studio now? This is Don
Pedro. Kitchen I dey see, they make half and soup and correct stew. I've been in my feet.
All right. Let's keep it going. The next one from my Biba.
Biba says, I get that too. He seems to be a lot about his friends and family. Facts.
Absolutely. Next one. From
Olamola says, his wedding, his choice. They are showing the public a glimpse of behind the scene, their joy.
Absolutely. Next one from Sister Marriott.
Sister Marriott says, Tammy's family grew up with their Adelekes and they also celebrated with family and friends. Different events and events. No biggie.
Absolutely. Next one.
Sister Didi says, yo, her wedding dress she wore to the altar is so gorgeous. I've never prayed the way I did for her stylist to step up her game. I'm glad she did eventually. Smiling.
Yeah. One thing I can tell people though, when you see the actual production, the actual footage from the production team, you're gonna see that a lot of the stuff people are criticizing now will look different. By the time they do color grading and edit and all of that, it will look fantastically different. Okay. Still coming down to David being free with everybody. What people do when they want to have a kind of society wedding like this, those who really want to feel pompous, there's going to be some rules for cameras. There are some, I've covered a lot of rich people wedding whereby they will state it categorically, there is no camera. As a guest, you can't bring out your camera. You can't take
that's what
picture,
I would do.
you can't record video, you can't do anything. So what they are trying to do is that the narrative they want to push out there on social media, they want it to be everything perfect, professional.
Yeah.
Then I partially support that because at times, as a professional photographer myself, during consult, I do tell my clients that you got to be careful whenever you are outside as a bride or groom. If anything is disturbing you, don't frown. No frown. Don't express anger or anything. Because there are so many terrible people who are recording you and who are taking your picture with their cell phones. And some of them, they are so mischievous that the angle where you look terrible, that is what some of them will share. So I get it when some people say, hey, you got to obey all the rules of this wedding, no camera for and everything. So that's taken. But because it is Davido, and because we know that when you are having normal wedding where you don't want to do pepper them, people will take picture, your family and friends, everybody want to record. So it's part of the
They're
fun.
also excited. Uncle Ben, I want to ask you a question though. One of the reasons why people don't have camera, I want you to let us know if you've had this experience. Sometimes people with their phones actually disrupts the actual production crew.
Of course.
They're trying to move. Your phone is in the way. They're trying. They
Mhm.
are more. They have to take the more important footage. They have to be begging
Yeah.
people move. Especially someone like Davido, where you know that it's to be rowdy. There's a crowd.
Yeah,
You be begging
me,
them move, move. So me personally, I know for a fact that I don't want cameras, phones at my ceremony. I don't mind the reception, but you see the ceremony where
let's
vows
not
are taken,
do it in
where vows
Nigeria.
are had. I don't see the importance of even in Nigeria, they do it now in Nigeria. I don't see the importance of anybody recording me and my husband when we're in our solemn moments, vulnerable. So one of the things I know I'm definitely doing for my ceremonies. I don't want phones. After reception, you can come and collect your phone during
All right,
reception.
no problem. Let me just give one professional advice for those who are into wedding photography and videography. If you really want a good job, always remember that when you were contracted to do a coverage, if anything went wrong, you're gonna be the one the client will blame. So when you are covering Nigerian party, I'm sorry, nobody say I won't throw my people under the bus, but it is what it is. When you are covering Nigerians party, especially wedding event, Nigerians are known to be very, very stubborn. If it when it is time for photo session, a lot of them will come with their phone and they will even want to make themselves like they are the professional photographer or something. They won't respect you. So if you are a professional, you have to be brutal.
Yep.
You have to be disrespectful. Me, all the event where I don't cover, they don't know me already now, especially my regular client base. The people where they come event where they cover, they don't know me. If you don't behave yourself, I will disgrace you publicly in that party. I will just go off on you. I know plenty of people they do it, but I will pick one person, the one where will stop on pass. That's the one I will go off on. When I go off on that one, everybody go quickly respect themselves. And why you have to do that is because these people with their camera phone and everything, they will distract your client. You will see that when you have the bride, the groom, and maybe the parent, everybody around them, the people who are bringing out phones want to take their picture. You can see the bride is looking to the right, the groom is looking to the left, even papa and mama. So by the time you take that shot, you will now see that, oh, golly, these people are not even focusing on what I'm taking. So as a professional, don't be intimidated. The fact that you have, they invite rich people, anybody that does not conduct themselves very well, you have the right to disgrace them right there and there. They don't like it, but just take one person, do an example. The rest of the people, you will see them fall in line immediately. I'm just giving you professional tip because if after the event, by the time you are processing the pictures, you begin to see that even you don't like the way your clients, they are distracted or something. You say you don't know, say you are messing up your business. So during consult, I usually tell my clients, say, come, this event, this is your day. And while we are doing the production, I'm not just focusing on taking picture alone, everything. I'm concerned with the entire thing about your event. So if you have people who are wayward, Some of them might later come back to you and say, where did you see that guy you hire? The guy is so stupid. Oh, the guy is so disrespectful. Because if they want to destruct your event, me, I go crazy. You don't pay me $3,000, $4,000 for me to finish the job. I'll come begin to give you an excuse. So I don't do that shit. That's just all I can take on this Davido matter. Now, finally, my question, let's take this one poll and we move on. The police, the Davido and Chioma wedding meant to impress the public. So drop a 1 if you think it is the setup, everything look like they want to impress the public. Drop a 2 if you think it's not about impressing the public. Let's take that poll and we move on so quick. Let me also remind you that while Davido was having his wedding, I think another big wedding was ongoing that was not made public to everyone, and that was the wedding of Temi Otedola. Is that right, Abby?
Yes, it was in Iceland. Yeah.
Oh, that wedding took place in Iceland?
Yes, a private ceremony in Iceland.
Kilo, why are they running away to your long? Why are they running away?
You cannot have private wedding in Lagos.
Lagos private
Let's
wedding.
be honest. So they had to run away. They have to.
You want to get private wedding for Lagos? Even your gate man go collect bribe, allow celebrity enter. So, I was surprised that this wedding was not trending. I think probably because they did not allow a lot of self-made paparazzi to take pictures and all that. So they kind of control it. So, according to this Instagram post, music star Mr. Easy and Temi Otedola tied the knot in Iceland. So now, like I was saying, these people are super, super rich. In case you don't know, Otedola is a billionaire. And Otedola and Dangote, they are 5 and 6. And this is Otedola's daughter getting married. And yet, they don't make it public. It's not about the trend. It's about the celebration. And these two, I think they've been together for how long now, Abby?
For a long time. I want to say over 5 years. Can't remember, but yeah.
All
I
right.
think the engagement is almost 2 years. So yeah.
How did they meet? Because I know Easy used to be in Dallas or something.
Dallas. Really?
I think one time, yeah, or maybe he came to play in Dallas, but I know one time he came to play in Dallas, and I think some guys were going then or something. It's been like almost 4 years now, but I don't know where he based. They meet.
So one thing I'm going to say, I know they met in London through DJ Copy, who is Temi's older sister, because she's a DJ, and obviously Mr. Easy is an artist, maybe almost retired artist. I don't know. He releases songs from time to time. Being an artist is no longer his full-time job. Pretty much, he has a lot of businesses around music and real estate and a few things, right? So I know that they met in London through Temi's older sister, DJ Copy, at a music event, at an event where artists do stuff. So Mr. Easy for the longest time was based in Ghana. He went to university in Ghana. Hence why it seems like he speaks a lot of Ghanaian slangs and features a lot of Ghanaian artists, and even a lot of his businesses are based in Ghana. So yeah, that's all I know. I don't know about Dallas, but obviously he's an artist, so he could have been anywhere at any time performing, or one thing or the other. But one thing I know for sure is that they met through Temi's older sister at a music event, because she's also a DJ.
Okay, I know this is gonna be a conversation for another day, but Mr. Easy parent, are they rich?
Not really, because Mr. Easy's dad retired as a squadron leader from the Nigerian Air Force. You cannot be rich as a squadron leader. Squadron leader is the third flying officer. Yeah, it's the third rank in to being an officer. So no, he's not rich. I would say they are maybe comfortable. Maybe I can use the word respectable, but definitely not rich. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, what I wanted to point out there is that I know we preach against struggle love, we preach against everything, and I know the message nowadays is don't marry down, marry up, marry up. Even me, I'm a fan of don't marry down. Yeah, as a girl, you cannot go and bring poverty into my house, so you could walk. But that being said, everything get level.
Okay, can you stay with what you said, Uncle Ben? I have a pushback for what you said. You said don't bring poverty to my
Oh
house.
no, Dr.
Are you
Dama.
speaking? Okay, hold on before you go. When you say don't bring poverty to my house, my question is, I know we are not speaking on that. Are you saying that based on your high influence father, or you're speaking from a poverty level? So if you want to make that narrative, don't bring poverty to my house because you are swimming in poverty. And you're saying don't bring poverty to my house. So you cannot be saying that you're swimming from poverty and you want someone of a high standard. What are you bringing to the table? That's what I'm asking to you.
You completely lost me. I don't really get it, honestly speaking, Dr. Dama.
This is what I'm saying. Okay, if you say don't bring poverty to my house, when we say marry on your level, this is what I'm saying. Marry on your level. If you know you earn 500,000, marry someone that earn more than that. But if you know you earn 50,000 and you want to go marry someone that earn 500,000, that's what I'm saying. Are you saying that people who are on a basic level to shoot for people who earn 500,000? Or are you
Okay.
saying if I'm coming from 20,000 or 30K, and this amount I'm using is United States dollars so that our viewer understand what I'm saying, that you should stay on your level? That's what I'm saying. That do you understand my question?
I got your question. What we're gonna do is, I'm still free tomorrow and next tomorrow. I can bring the topic back, but I don't want to derail from what we are gonna discuss.
No, Copen, why I'm asking you this question, we're having it next week Saturday in my channel, and this the way I'm
Excellent.
twisting it is coming with a banger. So you're someone that I have this topic specifically because of you, and I said to people, this is a man that is a culture. Listen, the way I promoted you, Dr. Damages asked me one day, and I'm putting something together where I want you to have a one-on-one interview with Dr. Damages because you're doing so much on YouTube that I want your name out there so that people will know your channel. It's not that
Hey,
you're asking for it.
hallelujah.
Oh, hold on now, please. No, I'm not saying that because you're someone that when you do something for people, you're not doing it because you want anything back. You're doing it because that's just who you are. I'm
Thank
saying
you,
that
guys.
because you're someone that you want to see the young generation do better than we did and learn from our mistake. And you're a laid back man. So why am I saying this? When we say our women come and say, oh, I can't marry on my level. I'm not talking about women like Abby, Cece, Honey Babe, my sister, Dr. Ify, Missy, Marriott. I'm not talking about women like that. I'm talking about women that you're not in that bracket, but you want to marry on a level that you're not on. What are you bringing to the table? That is the question for next week, Dr. Adama segment, this
No,
coming Saturday.
all
But I
right.
wanted to point out that
That's
with
about that.
Mr. Easy, maybe if somebody would have expected that Temi would marry Adenuga's child, for instance, or
Why?
Dangote's child. But
Why?
Mr. Easy, I'm saying based off of expectation, not me.
Okay, why?
But Mr.
Abby, why?
Easy,
Abby, why?
based off of expectation, one sec, I'm getting somewhere. I just wanted to let you know that every time I talk about money, Mr. Easy is who I'm talking about. He has worked his way up. He's now a millionaire because he invested in the right places, right? And he has an amazing portfolio where investment is concerned. So that's what we're talking about sometimes, where it's not always about family, it's not always about money, right? You can have a good start. Like again, his dad is not a pauper. His dad was a pilot in the Nigerian Air Force. That is a good start. At least that is some respectable family, you know. Again, being a squadron leader will not take you very far money-wise. How much are they getting paid? And they don't even get any right to any big contracts or anything per se. But the reality is that this is someone that decided that he's going to actually do well for himself. So this is what we're talking about when we talk about potential. Do you
All
know what
right.
I mean? He cannot sit beside Temi's father and Temi's father will not take him seriously.
All right.
So
No problem. We will explore the topic for the purpose of the young men and women that we have nowadays, but I don't want it to be the focus of today's show. I just brought them up just for people to know that why Davido is having his wedding free among family and friends, and people are making a big deal out of it. Here is Temi Otedola marrying Mr. Easy, and yet they made it quiet. They just do it among friends and well wishers. So, marriage and wedding are not the same. You can have a bigger wedding, terrible marriage. You can have a very poor wedding ceremony, and you have a fantastic marriage life. I've covered 25 years, 30 years, 35 years wedding anniversaries. And this wedding anniversary, the money these my uncles and aunties are spending, fear hold me. I covered one, I think it was 2017. I charged them, I think $2,500 for pictures and just a couple of video shots because they have another team. The auntie said, Ben, you are disgracing me. I will pay you 3,500. It's my wedding anniversary. And I think saying a joke because many of my aunties, they are always poking me just the way me with una they related. And so me and my client they be just like, Ben, what did they worry you? When I did my wedding, did you know that naughty? Now for my papa backyard, now we do am. Now I'm a rich woman. How to like play. The auntie gave me extra $1,000. Very fantastic, fantabulous wedding. So I'm just saying that how fancy, how glamorous your wedding turned out really don't transfer into you having a good marriage. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me in analyzing this. So I know we took a poll, and Mr. Dio said to Abby to Biba to Child of God too, Auntie Labelle too. Okay, so that means a lot of people agree that Davido wedding is not to satisfy the public. It's just for
I did not
them
choose two. I
to have
chose
it.
three.
You choose to be undecided. Okay,
Yeah.
no wahala now.
Two things could exist. Why not? You see,
Okay.
because remember, you know the Davido, for instance, right? He's brand ambassador for Mattel.
Mm-hmm.
He could use this
Oh,
wedding to push for Mattel.
hey,
He could
you
use
know, not just
wedding.
Mattel, Abby, do you know Hennessy as well?
I don't
Hennessy
know, but
as well.
it's only Mattel me I know he's brand ambassador for. But what I'm even saying is that he could use this to get more. So see, many things can exist in one
It still
situation. Why
don't
not?
matter. It still doesn't matter. Sometimes
But Uncle Ben, let's say the truth. Look at what Abby just said now.
There's
Read
two
the
things like
comments.
I'm
Look
doing
at
it for
what she just
himself
said now.
and his whatever.
no,
Remember,
no.
Let me give you an example. You see Obi Pukubana when he
Mhm,
did that his birthday for how many weeks that time? You saw
mhm,
that a lot of the photography they did was with Samsung. Why?
mhm.
It was an opportunity to push Samsung because it's brand ambassador. That's
Abby,
just how it goes with that lifestyle. It's
Abby.
not a bad thing, Uncle Benno.
No, no,
It's
no.
when I'm doing wedding,
I,
I'll reach out to brands to come and help me. It's not a bad thing.
but that is you. What me I'm saying is, I love Davido for doing his things his way. I'm like that too.
No, but
Who
Uncle
said
Ben,
it's
what
his
you are saying
way?
that his way is trashy. He's trashy. That's all we're saying. Even though you love him,
Dr. Adama
listen. Hold on,
is
Uncle.
not flashy. No, no, no,
Hold
no,
on,
no.
Uncle Ben. Listen.
I'm not.
There's
No,
one thing when
no.
we come to this platform, when Abby speak, even your age, I've learned from you, and I learn from when I come. We don't talk based on you're in this position. When Abby is speaking, there's something you say. I've seen you done it several times. Even when you come to my channel, you say, Adam, you listen, you want to learn. We all are learning from, if not from
Okay,
anyone. Abby has been, hold on,
not
Abby
you
has
saying
been
the
in
video
that
wedding is
space. Wait
trashy.
now.
No, no,
Wait,
no, no,
Abby,
no, Dr. Adama. Not you saying the wedding is trashy. It's Davido's choice. He wanted that way.
no,
That's
but
his wedding.
I
what we
don't
are
think
saying to
we're
you,
all
we
on the same
listen.
page, oh.
No, we
Okay.
are not on the same page. Look at
We're
what
not
I'm
all on
saying.
the
Look at
three of
Mr.
us are on
Easy
two
now.
different
Look at
pages.
Mr. Easy. Mr.
Mm-hmm,
Easy, and look at Otto the last wedding. All I'm saying,
mm-hmm.
okay? There's something that be said now. Look at Mr. Easy. I don't know this man's family background. But you know, I'm not one person to throw name. And I just want to say this. This is the first time I'm going to say this on this platform. My family members are the part of the people attending the Adeleke. I'm not saying it's not about bragging. We know they are Adelekes. And I know they are Adelekes, not through me, through my husband. Let me make it clear. It has nothing to do with me because it's not Adama. But what I'm trying to say, I want us to listen carefully. Money, people who have it don't make noise. The way you move. You see, look at what you put up now. Iceland and Miami. I said this. Abby, please correct me. Davido and Mr. Easy, who is older?
Okay, what's the point, Dr.
Hold on,
Adama? What's the
hold
point
on.
you are making?
Abby,
I think they are
Easy and
around the same age.
they're the same age. Okay, can I say something? Do you know that Mr. Easy is more matured than Davido? I'm sorry to say this.
Okay,
But
I
at the
want
end
Okay.
of
I want
Are they
no,
to
living the same life? No,
no,
Dr.
listen
Adama.
now, but
say
hold
See,
on
something.
now.
that's
Let me,
the
can I say
point.
what I feel? Can I say what I feel so that we
No,
can
just
argue
go to
and
the
understand
point.
what you are saying? The point I'm
I don't.
trying to
That's
make
why I
is
don't
at the
want to
end of the
discuss
day,
Dr. Adama. No verse. Today's show is not about them. We can come back tomorrow and have it. We actually, because I have Uncle Patrick here, or they are actually texting me, I beg him to come because of the second segment. If we go this route, we won't come back. And I don't want to waste their time. Uncle Patrick,
no,
when
but
I
okay,
started,
yes, I understand what you're saying, but this is what I want to say. We are going to have a second segment, and I agree with you. This is what I'm saying to you, okay? I don't know. This is what I am saying from the being an observer. At the end of the day, the way Davido is moving with this wedding, it's me, oh, and I'm not saying that
okay.
I'm right. I know anything that I'm among the planner. Davido is not acting like someone that is excited about this thing. Uncle Beno, if you want to
Really?
speak, speak. Okay, I'm sorry.
Maybe
Go ahead. Move to your
sorry,
next.
but it
Really?
was the poll. Sorry, I
Somebody is
feel like
talking already and you say it
also
doesn't
Uncle
look
Pedro
like it.
and
Let's
Dr. Dama.
let it
I
go.
personally am
Don't worry.
referring. I'm referring to
Abby,
the poll. I'm referring to the poll. We're talking and we're saying something that does not concern the poll. The poll said something, right? I answered 3, and I'm telling you that 2 things can exist. Davido can be having the wedding of his dreams with his wife because that's the next thing to do. He's a Nigerian man. They're Nigerian
mhm,
couple. They do traditional and white wedding, right? But he can
mhm,
also be doing it because he's a superstar. And superstars, this is show business. This is show
mhm.
business. It's not a bad thing. It's not bashing him. Nobody is saying that it's a bad thing. It is show business. Me too. I've been refreshing all day. Refreshing. Why? Because it's Davido. If it was a normal person on the street, I'm not going to be refreshing Instagram to see what's going on. Do you understand? 2 things can coexist. It doesn't make it a bad thing. And this could also open doors to more sponsorship depending on how they play things. Why not?
See,
Money is
I
always needed. Do you understand? So I
Abby,
don't know why we're arguing as if it's even a bad thing or an insult.
No,
It's
Abby,
not
I
a
know
Abby,
what
bad
I'm
thing.
saying to
I
you. Davido's track record, he should have had, if I was to advise him as an elderly person, I would say Davido, he should have had the wedding that Mr. Easy had. Because you know why? Davido has how many baby mom? Listen, I go with people's record. Mr.
Dr.
Easy,
Adama,
listen,
please.
hold on
Let's
now.
not do this today.
Hold
No,
on.
no, 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 no,
Yes, let
no,
me
please,
end it.
please.
The
Let's
point
not do
I'm
this
trying to make
today.
is that
I have other
Davido
shows to
should have
do,
had
please.
quiet this thing. Mr. Easy, even though they're on the same level, nobody gets to hear about Mr. Easy. $10 is
That's
a well-known name that they are delicates. If you want
But
to put
that's
it on
their
the same.
choice. The point I'm trying to make is we are all different. Some people derive pleasure from basic, simple things of life, while some people derive pleasure from, oh, I have to bring the whole roof down. We are different. That's the point I'm trying to make. All I've said, if you watch the show from beginning, the impression I have of Davido is just living his life. Sometimes it is people who haven't really seen money, better money. They are the one who want to crash the whole world to impress people. Those who actually controls money, talking in terms of millions, multi-millions, multi-billions, they don't have time to impress anybody. They
That's what
just want
I'm trying to tell you. Look at your
survive.
$10 and look at Adeleke
No,
and
that
what
is
the
not what you are
mockery they
saying,
are
Dr.
making out of.
Adama.
That is
No,
what is
no.
happening now.
Okay, Dr. Adama, thank you very much. Let me just move on. Today is not about that type of show. Tomorrow, I did free. If we want to have a 6-hour show on it, let's go. But because of my guest, I have to do what I primarily came here to do, no verse. I'm so sorry, everybody, but join us tomorrow. We will dive into this. I hope Dr. Adama will be free and other people, and then we can dissect.
I'm not going back to Wednesday, so I will have your time. All I'm asking
Very
for
good.
you is this. I want our panelists to, our viewers to understand this. When we come here, we're not fighting. We
You know,
agree
it's
to
not fighting.
disagree.
I just don't want us to
They
know what
will
we
think we are
want to do.
fighting now. Let's explain. It's not this thing. We agree to disagree. I come here to learn
Absolutely.
from you and Abby. You guys are the expertise in this business. All I'm saying to you that if I was in Davido's position, you see how the $10 are moving? Maybe I'm the one or silent movers. Even
Mhm.
though that nobody will know what you're doing. I'm not saying all I'm saying to you people that are listening, Davido is too
All
braggadocious
right.
for my liking.
Thank you. That is you, Dr. Adama. Thank you. All right, let's move on to the second part of the show. All right. Thank you for staying here with us, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going to move to the second part of today's show. This is a Chucky segment, Sunday school, and it's going to really get hot. Everybody with Sabi Bible, yeah, open your Bible because we need to have this conversation. Now, the interesting part about this conversation is that it's not deeply about Bible. It's about what is happening in our world today. So there is this myth about what happened in the Garden of Eden. And also there is this myth about King Solomon having, is it 300 wives or 300 concubines? Waiting, Abi, you sabi Bible read that side. Where's Uncle? Ma go for Uncle Dio first. Uncle Dio. Abi, remind me, Uncle Dio. King Solomon,
Yes,
300 concubines, Abi 300 wives. Which one in get?
700 wives, 700 concubines.
300
wives, 700
concubines.
concubines.
No,
Okay.
it's 700 wives, 300 concubines.
Are you
Really?
sure?
I'm sure. Yes, I'm
Okay.
sure.
Ashley said 700. Which one? You see, wala na una no dey gree go church. Una yash don't open for comment. How many wives did King Solomon have and how many concubines?
700 wives, 300 concubines.
700 wife and 300 concubines. Uncle
You
Ben,
know how
you know
many
the
times I
Bible.
went? My father is
Open
a
the Bible.
pastor.
Hold on,
Which I know if
Abby,
you
hold
tell
on, Abby,
everybody.
hold on. He came. Uncle Ben always say before he brings up a topic, he research. Did you research this topic?
This one, if I say make I research King Solomon part, other ideas will be coming in my head. And because I
No, he said,
invited
see, did you
Uncle
research it? You should know how many concubines and wives he has.
700 wives and 300 concubines.
Concubines, yes, now.
Real
Okay.
fam.
On top
Now
one prick,
let's go.
700.
All right, let's go. Let's dive into this. So the reason we're doing this is for educational purpose. Please, Uncle Patrick always help us here a lot with Uncle Dio, but I specifically invited Uncle Patrick because I lack the in-depth biblical knowledge to analyze this. I am as confused as many people out there, and that's why I'm bringing it up here for us to discuss. The myth is, do women betray God or are men just foolish? And I'm coming from a place because according to the book of Genesis, I think is this chapter 3? What chapter is that? I think it was on chapter 3. In the book of Genesis, chapter 3, we learn about the story of what happened between Eve, the snake, and Adam. And what we were taught was that the snake convinced Eve that if she eat the apple, and if she eat the apple, her eyes will open. Now, Eve ate the apple, and then Eve now convinced Adam to also eat the apple. At the end of the day, they were both chased out of the Garden of Eden. Now, I've heard some clergymen said what actually happened was that they realize that they are supposed to be sleeping together as husband, as man and woman. I don't, because this is Bible thing, I don't want to be nasty. That what really happened was that they slept together. That is not really apple that they ate. And I remember the Bible stated categorically that in the Garden of Eden, God warned them that this particular three, I give you command of everything in this garden, but you see this particular three, don't eat from this tree. And that particular three is the one, if go listen to snake, can't go chop the apple. Then she now corrupted Adam. So let's clarify that first before we move on to King Solomon. Because my take, while I brought King Solomon in, is that I've also heard some clergymen saying there is nothing wrong with a man having multiple wives. After all, King Solomon did the same and he enjoyed favor from God. Where do we go from here? Let me officially welcome Uncle Patrick and Uncle Dio to help me break it down. And then we can ask questions if we're not clear. Uncle Patrick, please. I'm so sorry that we wasted your time with our argument. You know, your daughter and son and younger one here, argument all the time. We must argue. So I'm so sorry that it took this long. But Uncle Patrick,
Uncle
over to
Patrick
you,
loves
sir.
us like that.
Uncle
Yeah.
Patrick, sorry,
He
sir. Oh,
loves us
sorry.
like
I
that.
appreciate on behalf of Uncle Ben, but the only thing I'm confused, what are we discussing? What is the title of what we are discussing now? So I know
You,
what we are discussing. The
it's on
met
the
and
screen.
do women betray God or are women just foolish? I don't
Or
No,
understand. That's not the topic. What is the
are
point?
are
men just
men just
foolish?
foolish?
Are
Uncle
men
Ben, I
just
want you to
foolish?
pull on the screen Genesis chapter 2, verse 15 and 16.
Genesis 2.
Yeah.
Genesis 2,
Uncle
verses.
Patrick, thank you so much for hosting this segment. Hopefully, Uncle Ben will learn something, one or two from you. You know, he's not so good at the Bible. The only Bible he knows is that is women of this thing. What is it called? Abby, what is that provision? What is that special
Okay.
part
Proverbs
where the
31.
Proverbs 30? Well, God bless you, my dear.
Uncle Patrick, which version do you want me to open?
Whatever, maybe New Living Translation. That's better at least.
New Living Translation. Okay. Okay, let me refresh it. Okay, I got it. Let me share it to the screen real quick. Sorry if you are just watching the real fam. This is what we do on Sundays at times. We try to bring our life back to God so we can learn one or two things. So don't be a stranger. Feel free to join the conversation. All right, Uncle Patrick, I have it on the screen. You said Genesis 2, right?
Yeah, verse 15 and 16.
Verse 16.
15 and 16 from 15. Yeah.
Okay, 15 says, the Lord God placed the man in the Garden of Eden to tend and watch over it. You may freely eat the fruit of every tree in the garden. And 17 said, except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat its fruit, you are sure to die.
Yeah, that was a responsibility given to a man. Even before the creation of a woman, there wasn't even rain then. No rain on the surface of the earth.
Okay.
And God gave a man that responsibility. Thank God, the version said he placed a man in the Garden of Eden. He gave him a responsibility. So read verse 21. You want to put verse 21.
All right. Verse 21 says, so the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep. While the man slept, the Lord God took out one of the man's ribs and closed up the opening. That's 21. And
Yes.
22 says, Then the Lord God made a woman from the rib, and he brought her to the man.
Yes. So a woman was formed out of the ribs of a man. A man had the responsibility first. You remember we read from verse 15 and 16.
Yes, sir.
Then downward, it was then a woman was created. So I'm just giving you the scenario of what happened. Even before the creation of a woman, a man has a job already. God placed him there for a purpose. Yes. So the man needs to take responsibility of what he's been asked to do. It was then goes, it's not good for this man to stay alone. Let him look. I'm going to create somebody that looks like you, but at the same time, it's not you. He made a man to sleep, and from his rib, he formed a woman according to the scripture. So let's start with that opening paragraph. Our opening story, I would say.
Okay.
The man has responsibility. Look after this. This is your responsibility. And God said, this man is just going to be alone, doing nothing. Yeah. Let me just create a woman, an helpmate. That they can play together, that will be there, so that the man will not be lonely, will not be by himself. Yeah, let me just round up with that. Yep.
All right. So now, when we now put it in perspective with respect to what really happened with the snake, the apple, and Eve. So are you trying to tell us now, Uncle Patrick, that it was Adam's fault?
Yeah.
Oh God.
If you read chapter 3, verse 1, I want you to read chapter 3, verse 1.
Okay. Chapter 3, verse 1. It says, the serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals the Lord God had made.
You
One
see, let's
day,
stop there. That,
okay.
serpent was shrewd. He's a cunning man. Uncle Ben, you said something that at your job, one time I could remember. Even when your supervisor said, no, I'm not going to do this. You have to sign it for me to do. This is against the law. This is against the state. Even your supervisor is asking you to do it. You have, you swear an oath as a nurse, Uncle Ben. My wife's a nurse. I attended their graduation. Even medical doctor, you have to swear, or else your license will be taken from you. So even if your supervisor asks, Uncle Ben, can you do this? No, sir, I can't do this. This is against. I would rather quit this job than my license being withdrawn or being revoked. So serpent is a shrewd animal out of the animal created by God. God knew that animal. Said this one serpent, but man has a responsibility. If anything happens in your home, the man in a home, the man will be the first person that will be responsible for whatever happens. Thank God, Dr. Adama Wallace made reference to the husband. I like that. When Dr. Adama said, my husband, she said so not quite long. She respect the husband, make reference to the husband, which is good. A man has a responsibility, and that was why God placed that man in the Garden of Eden. And if you read further, the serpent knew what he was doing. The serpent went to the woman and left the man alone.
Why that, sir?
Like a man of God was preaching, he said, well, when you have a joint account with your with your husband, and you want to pay tithe, and your husband say, no, you can't pay tithe. The man said, you must respect your husband. Yes, you must respect him. If you say we can't pay tithe this time around, yes, the responsibility lies on the man. So go ahead. If you read that verse 1 of 3, finish it. Let's finish that verse 3, chapter 3, verse 1.
Okay, so chapter 3, verse 1 said, the serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals the Lord God had made. One day he asked the woman, did God really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden? And
that's a rhetorical question. Did God say so?
but
Ben,
that's the serpent asking the woman, right?
yes, Ben, is it really true that you cannot give that medication to that lady? You can give it to him. It's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. No, my God, I can't. The Lord say I can't give it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So verse 2, the woman replied, which is Eve, of course, we may eat fruit from the trees in the garden. The woman replied, 3, it's only the fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden that we are not allowed to eat. God said, you must not eat it or even touch it. If you do, you will die. Uncle Patrick, this is where I have problem with women. Over to you, sir.
You pie doesn't mean did they not still live when they ate it? You pie doesn't mean they physically pie. Are you getting it? Uncle
Yes,
Ben,
sir.
if they kick you out of your job, does it mean you will not survive? You can still do other things without being a nurse, but your integrity matters. Are you getting it? And if you do it, you know you are risking going to jail. If you come out of jail, it doesn't mean you will not still live, but your integrity has been destroyed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You can do other things. Maybe the state may not be able to hire you again. But in this sense, they are not going to die physically. And like I've taken time. I'm going to read something I wrote down.
Okay, so shout out
Genesis
to Man of Prestige, Baba Noves. I just want me Uncle Patrick finish. Shout out Man of Prestige. Go ahead, sir,
Okay,
Uncle Patrick.
Genesis 15:12, marking God's direct command to Adam in the Garden of Eden. This directive serves as a fundamental moment of human responsibility and divine instruction. Yes, that's a divine instruction. God knew what he was doing, but then he wanted the man to be responsible. If you look at chapter 3, verse 6.
Okay. It says, the woman was convinced. She saw that the tree was beautiful and its fruit looked delicious, and she wanted the wisdom it would give her. So she took some of the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to her husband who was with
Stop there,
her,
Uncle Ben.
and he
She
ate it.
gave some to her husband. Even meanwhile, the husband knew from what we read in chapter 12, chapter 2, verse 15 and 16. The husband knew there was a warning. A warning. Uncle Ben, if your wife bring 1 million to the house, and he said, Ben, take 500,000. Won't you query the woman and say, honey, I beg this money, where you get this money? Your salary no reach this, And meanwhile,
Absolutely.
the man knew initially, and the man ate the food, took it from the woman without any query. Verse 9, read verse 9, please.
Verse 9 said, then the Lord God called to man, where are you?
Verse 10.
He replied, I had you walking in the garden, so I hid. I was afraid because I was naked.
Verse 11.
Who told you that you were naked? The Lord God asked. Have you eaten from the tree whose fruit I commanded you not to eat?
Go ahead.
Then verse 12 said, the man replied, it was the woman you gave me who gave me the fruit and I ate it.
You see?
With the rich way you had now, Uncle Patrick, I've been a very obedient student too. We don't reach where they go.
It was, it was the woman you gave me. The man is now shifting the blame on the woman. Uncle Ben, if the neighbor, God forbid, if the neighbor should call the police to your house and say that I heard some ghost grass, if police come and say, they will say, hey, mister, can you just take your shirt? You know, can you just walk out? Let there be peace. Because they want you to take responsibility. Look at what the man is saying. Say, the woman you gave me, the woman that was created from your rib, made me to eat that fruit, made you turn your mouth, hold your mouth, so you must eat it by force, by fire, by, you know.
But sir, you know, at the time, I think Adam lacked wisdom at that time. According to what the Bible tells us, it's like Adam lacked wisdom. He really can't discern between good or bad at the moment. That's just
So
what I see.
the shrewd serpent had wisdom more than Adam as a man. Remember, Adam was the one that named all the animals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you name all the animals. So those animals, and God put you in charge of the garden. That means you are more powerful. You, because you gave the Adam was loose. He allowed the woman to rule over him. He had the responsibility to tend the garden, and God gave him an instruction. But he went ahead and listened. Okay, that's mean the woman has wisdom more than Adam then. And look at his excuse. The woman you gave is now blaming God. The woman you gave me.
Okay.
Uncle Ben, can you get to your mother-in-law and say, the woman you gave me?
Ah,
Don't say now your wife. Oh, don't tell me that one.
okay, Uncle Patrick. Let's open the
Let's hear
conversation.
from Uncle Dario and others too.
Yes, because I'm about to go there now. Uncle Dio, thank God for being here too. I don't know if you can still hear me, Uncle Dio. I know it's late in Nigeria now.
I
So,
can hear you. I can hear you.
oh, Uncle Dio. Now, I actually appreciate how Uncle Patrick walked us through what went down in the Garden of Eden. But I have a feeling, Uncle Patrick, you did not really want to pinpoint what Eve did wrong, because both Adam and Eve, they both received that instruction from God, and Eve herself told the serpent that God said we could eat everything here, but you see that tree in the middle, which means Eve knew before she collected the apple and eat it and then give it to man. Uncle Dio,
Yes,
where
sir.
are we with this?
Okay. First and foremost, I want to appreciate Uncle Patrick for the insight. It's really doing justice to the topic. And I want to add something also. Of all the 660 books in the Bible, of all the 60 books in the Bible, it is only the book of Genesis and Revelation that are written in quotes and what I call, they were written in parables. Everything you read in the book of Genesis and Revelation, they are all in quotes. They are significant and they are coded. God purposely put it like that for his own personal reasons. I will say that what happened in the Garden of Eden is what brought men to where we are today. It is why Christ has to die. It is the reason why we have to become born again. It is the reason why we have to go back to God, because we lost it in the garden through the sin of Adam and Eve. Having said that, to answer you directly, what Eve did, God gave instruction to Adam, as Uncle Patrick said. do not do this. And obviously, he narrated it to his wife because Eve was not yet formed then. But when the serpent came, and now let me quickly add this because we may not really understand. Of all the animals in the garden, the serpent was the only animal that was closest to man, to the point that it can even talk to the woman. Let us know that. And the serpent was not a crawling animal, it was an upright animal. Intelligent, smart, and could talk to the woman to even convince her. So when you're looking at the serpent, don't look at him as a snake. At that time, serpent was not a snake. It was after God caused him that now became a crawling being. Let us know that. That's number one. Number two, as at that point in time, you must know that the serpent was an upright animal that has intelligence, that is smart, and that even convinced a human being. So in the line of God's kind of creation, the serpent can be said it was the next animal next to man, closest to man by nature. So when it comes to, I like the angle that Uncle Patrick is trying to bring it from. Uncle Patrick is trying to bring it from the angle of how it relates to man and woman relationship as husband and wife. And I'm really enjoying it. So I would like him to please continue from there. Anytime he wants me to ship in, I'll surely ship in. Thank you, sir.
Uncle Ben, are you still there?
Oh, sorry, I muted myself. No verse.
I'm very shocked.
Abby, don't start. I see this question from this point from Martinika, and I think all the sisters in the chat, they are saying the same thing like they usually do. Now, Sister Yinka said, Abby, can you help me read Sister Yinka comment?
Yes, Sister Yinku's Pepper Talk says the instruction was given to Adam, not both of them.
Okay, Auntie Grace, Unko.
Auntie Grace says, from what you read, the law was before the creation of the woman, so it couldn't be their coming that they called apple.
Uncle Patrick, is that true? Was that law was there before God created Eve from Adam's rib?
Yes, Uncle Patrick said that.
Yeah, I said that now. The instruction was given to
He said even
Adam
before
in
rain.
chapter 2, verse 15 and 16.
Yeah,
And
even
it was
before rain.
verse 21 that Eve was created from the rib of Adam.
Okay, now I will. If anybody have any question regarding this, just for clarity, you can drop it. I will highlight it. But here is my question, Uncle Patrick. If is aware of that law, because in the verse you just led us to, Eve admitted there herself. It was when she was having conversation with the serpent. Eve admitted that God said we can eat everything in this garden except that tree in the middle. So that means Eve is also aware of that law. So
Yeah.
why did she now listen to what the serpent is telling her? Is that not, are women not supposed to take accountability for that?
Uncle Ben, you know, as we are reading this, as we are doing this Bible study, the story very close to that was that of Samson and Delilah. I want you to open to Judges chapter 4, chapter 16. Judges chapter 16.
Right?
Judges.
Okay.
From verse 4.
Judges 16?
Yeah.
16. Wow. Okay.
From 4, read from verse 4, please.
Okay. So, Samson and Delilah. Sometime later, Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah who lived in the valley of Sorek. The rulers of the Philistines went to her and said, entice Samson to tell you what makes him so strong and how he can be overpowered and tied up securely. Then each of us will give you 1,100 pieces of silver. Verse 6. So Delilah said to Samson, please tell me what makes you so strong and what it would make to tie you up securely. Verse 7, Samson replied, if I were tied up with 7 new bowstrings that have not yet been dried, I would become as weak as everyone else. Verse 8. So the Philistines rulers brought
Let's
Delilah.
quickly go to verse 21.
All right,
After
sir.
I reveal everything, look at what happened to him. Somebody that the razor has never touched his ear in life.
So verse 21 said, so the Philistines captured him and gouged out his eyes, then took him to Gaza, where he was bound with bronze chains and forced to grind grain in the prison. 22. But
No,
before
that's
long,
okay.
he said, okay, sir.
That was the end of Samson, because he fell into the hand of a woman in love. And the woman cajoled her, talked to him. I mean, at the end of the day, this man revealed his secrets. A warrior. I'm telling you the power of a woman. I'm just brought that one to tell you the power of a woman. Yes.
So
And
is the woman
Samson
not
thought,
strong? Okay, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Samson thought he still had the power even when his hair was shaved. Verse 20, read verse 20, please.
Verse 20 said, then she cried out, Samson, the Philistines have come to capture you.
Go ahead. He
And
woke up from his sleep.
yeah, when he woke up, he thought, I will do as before and shake myself free. But he didn't realize the Lord had left him.
You see? Somebody, a warrior that was killing, buying people, defending his country. He was loved because he decided to go after a strange woman. And the Philistines, they knew what they were doing. They said, Delilah, please, can you help us just, and we'll give you money. And Samson fell for it. The Philistines, they represent the serpent, where Delilah is the Eve. I'm going to put it that way.
Makes sense.
And look at how Samson fell. He fell. So it's Samson's responsibility. He never listened. He has been warned not to go ahead and marry foreign women. Yes.
So, in a nutshell, sir, Eve has no blame in all of this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna exonerate Eve. Yes. Because Eve never seek the counsel or the advice of the husband as well. Yes. And the husband will take the highest blame. Because he knew before Eve. Just like Samson, Delilah press him until he gave up. No. Even when Samson has been warned not to marry from a foreign woman. And in the case of Eve, Eve was the bone and flesh of Adam. She was created from the rib of Adam. So Adam, as a man, need to take responsibility and stand. And that was why I gave an example that in America, if police should come, the man will be handcuffed and say, okay, can we just leave this woman alone? Let there be peace. Yes, they know. They are not saying the woman is lower than you, but then you are a man. Take responsibility as a man. Just stay away first. In the case of Adam's supposed to say, who? Even when you were created, I knew this. No, we are not. I've been here for a while, even before you came in. I've been here for a while. You can't, no, you can't tell me what to do. Adam fell for it. Why did Adam say the woman you gave to me? Yes, everybody has their own responsibility. A man cannot give birth to a baby, even though both of you are part of it. You don't know the pain women are going through. You cannot explain it, Uncle Ben. Yes, you can be rubbing her belly when she's pregnant. It's different from you delivering the baby.
But sir,
So the man must take responsibility. Yes, the Bible describes women as weaker vessel. It doesn't mean physically. The way women function is different from the way men function. Abby just talked about women, that women they deal in detail. Men just want things to be done. So you must take responsibility. Even though your wife is sharing part of the blame, but you must take full responsibility. And that was why God was able to curse Adam, say, no, you can't tell me that. You don't have no excuse. He said, the woman you gave to me. And that's why I was saying, Uncle Ben, can you go to your husband? The woman you gave to me said, no. During your wedding, they will ask you guys are adults. You want to marry? In my place, they will say, if you take all this bride price, we don't let this shook us on our throats. We are not accepting it back. So, yeah.
I tell
That's
you.
the way I look at it.
No, it makes a lot of sense right now. So, in other words, men must always remember that so far a woman is given to you, you must be in charge. You must take responsibility for even her own action. Does that make sense like
Yes.
that?
Yeah, you can blame you must take responsibility.
But sir, the women we have now, they won't even allow the man to have a say in some things. Like, okay, let's consider money, for instance, sir, because I think money is what we can call money can qualified as apple these days. Now let's take money for an example, sir. A woman, if a woman desire something that is expensive and the man think that I don't think we need it right now, or we can't do that. Maybe we can just, temper it down a little bit. Let's go for something less expensive. Some women, because they are making that money, it's their money, they can still go ahead and buy that expensive stuff. Now, are we going to blame the man for the action of that woman? With respect to what happened in the Garden of Eden and what is happening in relationship these days, sir. If we have to put it in the context of man must take responsibility for the woman that he got. I'm just saying.
Uncle Ben,
Yes, sir.
everything in life is maturity and compromise. I was listening to a pastor, your wife can come in and say, your wife may be a spender, and say, Ben, we need to change this chair. This chair is getting old. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
What you should be thinking that God should bless you as a man. And if the woman has the means, she can go ahead and do it. It doesn't mean the woman will be thrown at your face and say, yes, you cannot do that. And if she does that too, it's a challenge for you. Yes. I have friend that's a professor that decide to teach in school, to university, just to meet up. Yes. There are challenges everywhere, Uncle Ben. It's all about compromise. And women are not the same. Some women are spender, they want to do their thing. You have to apply wisdom to deal with them. If your woman decides to go and carry limousine and she can afford it, why not? Go ahead. Even when you tell her, say, well, me, I cannot say, well, don't worry, dear. I can. Very good.
But sir, that is tough. I won't lie. That is not a woman working in tandem with her husband. That's not a woman who is listening, because I have the impression that even if Adam refused to eat that apple when Eve offered it to him, Eve already ate it anyway. So which means Eve will always do what she wants to do. Is that not so, sir? Because there are a lot of
Yes.
women that are not obeying their husband these days. They are not listening to the man. I know my sisters in the chat don't think that, oh, Ben, why are you making it about woman? This is a very relatable situation, to be honest. A man is blamed for everything, and yet a man marries a woman, and this woman is not working with him. Are we still blaming the man? That's just...
Uncle Ben,
Yes, sir.
if you look at the statistics, most wives stay longer than their husband. And that's one thing I'm using wisdom for. You have to compromise and give yourself peace. Are you getting me?
Mm-hmm.
If you can't afford something of $1,000, you can't afford it. You can't go and stay. But there are some other things that a reasonable woman will look and say, Uncle Ben, you may not understand. These women, they need us.
Yes, but some of
It's
them are
not
not.
money alone. It is when you make money the big deal that you have problem. There are some things my wife does. She knows I can't afford it, but before I open up my she's done it. She knows the role I play in other places to cover up. 100%. And if you begin to fight over everything, I've learned this previous. If you begin to fight over everything, your women, they have the energy. Go and listen to Pastor PK. They have the energy to fight it with you. Yes. And maybe I may be wrong. The greatest thing a woman can do for you, Uncle Ben, you don't understand, is to give you children, which I really appreciate in women. She can cry in the process.
Of course, I don't.
Yes. So whatever they are demanding, I just look at, I learned this thing with time. I move with people that have been in this country for 40 years, and they tell me, and their marriage is still standing. With time. Even when you look at their wife and say, this woman, I like it. But when they begin to tell you, when they started, what they will say, oh my God, can you believe this? Yes, he said my wife did it. My wife did it with all wisdom.
All right.
All wisdom. Can you believe somebody that was created from the rib of a man? Let's look at that, Uncle Ben. Went ahead and eat behind him and give it to him. Just look at that one. The Bible says, bone of your bone and flesh of your flesh. Somebody, it's like, it's you now. Somebody that was created, it's you, part of you. Went ahead. Not to talk of a lady that you met her in America, you were in Lagos, you met her in London, you got married, that you didn't even know her, you've not even met her parents. Until you got married, who can now know your parents? Not talk of somebody that was created from your rib, Uncle Ben. That means you.
Okay. Uncle Patrick, thank you for your words of wisdom and enlightenment. I'll just go through some comments and then we'll move on to Solomon and wrap it up. Abby, you want to add
Yes,
anything?
sir. No, I don't even know where to begin. Let me just be listening for now.
For the first time, my baby don't see anything if he talks.
Uncle Ben,
Uncle Dayo.
Uncle Ben, I
Yes,
quickly
sir.
want to say something. Sorry, my battery may give way anytime soon. So in case you see me be knocked off the studio, know that it's my battery that has just died. The thing is that the reason why the woman fell was given in that same book of Genesis chapter 3, where we read. You go back there, you see the reason why the woman fell for the temptation. She knew what she was doing. She was not foolish. But the reason was given there. Genesis chapter 3, I think from verse 4, 5, 6 or so, where they said that when she saw that the apple was good to be desired and was good for somebody to make make somebody wise. Now look at it from verse 6, please. From verse 6, this is the reason why the woman fell. She knew what she was doing. She was not stupid. So if you want to bring it to real life, most of the time, the loss of the woman is what normally brings problem to the home. In this first marriage in the Bible, if the woman have not lost it after what she saw or what she was being offered, maybe we would not have been where we are today. And that mistake is still happening with some women up till today. Now, two things went wrong here. I was waiting for Patrick to just say something about it. Number one is that when a stranger talks to you as a wife, that stranger is saying something contrary to what your husband has told you before, a good woman will go back to the husband to confirm and to take permission. If they didn't do that, that's a first mistake.
Answer.
Secondly,
no vessel, and the good woman will also obey.
Exactly.
Obey. Thank you.
If did not go back to the husband to confirm. Secondly, also, she has a reason. If the whole of this verse 6 explain why she ate that apple, and she gave it to her husband. But Adam's fault is that she listened to the wife.
Okay,
she
sir,
did not
can I read it? Can I quickly read it? Because of the people who might be listening, since it's a podcast, some people will just listen to their Bluetooth. So, verse 4 said, this is a Genesis 3 verse 4. It says, you won't die. Yeah, I just want to know because I missed that one earlier. So the serpent was telling her, you won't die. The serpent replied to the woman, God knows that your eyes will be open as soon as you eat it, and you will be like God, knowing both good and evil. 6, the woman was convinced. She saw that the tree was beautiful and its fruits looked delicious, and she wanted the wisdom it would give her. So she took some of the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it too.
Uncle Ben, sorry, let me say something. This woman is part of this man. She knew everything. She knew about the tree. Even when the serpent came, she knew the serpent was there to deceive her. It is the man that the man did not even query her. She just ate. They've been in the garden for how many? It was not specified. But this woman is a woman of wisdom. She knew everything. Even when the serpent asked her, and they knew that the serpent was subtle. Are you getting me? Adam knew the kind of animal the serpent was. Subtle of all animals that was created. Adam named him serpent. So this woman knew what she was doing. Yes.
Okay.
And let's like let's made it practical. And that was why I said, when your wife does say, I'm going to go ahead and do this, just cool down. Doesn't mean she's a bad woman. Yes, a woman will always be a woman. They have their own way of doing things. You need wisdom.
Okay.
The Bible even said we should deal with our women with wisdom to deal with them. Yes. Forget about maybe Geo wife, it doesn't really matter. It might be reverend. No, woman is always a woman. When they're in their camp, they know how to discuss their thing. The way men think are different from women. So that's what I want you to believe. Doesn't make them, if you think your own is bad, when you go to that place, say, oh my God, this woman said, my wife even better. So women are always women. This woman was created from the rib of Adam. She knew everything. That's my point.
Okay. Right. Uncle Dayo.
Yes, sir. So as I was saying, sir, it's a pity that I may not be able to stay long on this podcast this night because I will have said some things. Because basically what Uncle Patrick is saying is absolutely true. But I don't know why some of us are trying to always look for things that only pleases us, and then the one that seem not to agree with our stand, we say no, it should not be so. Because if God says that you should not do something, and you went ahead and did it, and in a kind of explanation like this, we are trying to explain that see what happened, and then some people were saying that no, there should be nothing be like obedience or because I saw Sister Yinka saying that obey and
Permission and obey.
should be removed. No.
Sister Yinka say permission and obey. I beg, delete them, sir. She's not the only one. Even Ashling is saying the same thing. Ashley said permission, obey, triggering words. And even Marriott is saying obey in 2025. So then plenty. Carry on, sir.
The thing is this, please. This is Bible study. This is the way God has ordained it. But we are where we are today as per marriage because we have chosen our own way. We have abandoned the way of God. We believe that we are smarter, we are wiser. And God never forces anybody. That's why we're getting the kind of result we are having in our marriages today. I pray that all of us should be able to see wisdom and go back to the way God has really ordained it. Nobody is asking anybody to be a slave to anybody. God did not create any man or any woman to be slave to anybody. God purposely put these rules in place, knowing the creation that He has created, that these things it's like a blueprint for you to have a successful marriage. If you negate it, you will face the consequences. Simple as ABC. Nobody is forcing you. But however, everybody that's having a successful marriage today knows that these are the truth. Because even Sister Yinka said that she will now never move until she is in sync with her husband. What does that tell you? That is, if they have any conflict over any matter, she will not make any move until she is in sync with her husband. That means she references her husband. And that's what's supposed to be in marriage. So is that not another word for being for being obedient and for seeking permission? Why can't she go ahead and do whatever she wants to do, even though her husband says no? But she says she will not move until they were both in sync. So please let us, because people will watch this thing later and they may want to learn from it. So let us not be saying one thing and be writing something else. Having said that, in marriage, when it comes to biblical injunction for marriages, there are some rules that even when you read it, coming from God, you think that they are just draconian. They are not draconian. God has his reason for putting them there. As for Eve, in this matter, she fell simply because of the lust that she has for what the serpent offered her. And the husband was very, very gullible enough. She did not act. She's supposed to take accountability. He's supposed to take responsibility and stop the woman. Auntie Grace said that he refused to take responsibility and he was not pushing the blame onto God. That was Adam's sin for you. That was where he got it wrong. If Adam has rebuked Eve, maybe men would have been saved from the fall in the garden. But here we are. Women push us. Women made us to fall and we fell. Same thing as Uncle Patrick used Delilah and Samson. Delilah caused Samson to fall. Of course, it was Samson's fault. Samson to us an in it. The same way Adam to us an in it. So both of us, both men there, they have a part to play. They could have resisted. They could have obeyed. Yeah. Adam disobeyed God because God don't eat this apple. Even though your wife has eaten it, you should not eat it. But he went ahead and ate it.
That's why can you put 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7?
Okay. Thank you, Uncle Dayo.
Thank you, Uncle Dayo.
1 Peter
3 verse 7.
So 1 Peter 3 verse 7. Husbands. Hey, wala. Hey, young kokofa will be new. Good. Okay. So verse 7 says, in the same way, you, husband, must give honor to your wives. Treat your wife with understanding as you live together. She may be weaker than you. She may be weaker than you are, but she is your equal partner in God's gift of new life. Treat her as you should, so your prayers will not be hindered.
Yes. There are some things a woman would do and you carry it on your head, your prayer may be hindered. He said, she may be weaker than you are. I want to underline that. Not physical weakness.
Okay.
Uncle Ben, your wife sees something in you, virtue in you, that you don't understand.
Okay.
It's not about the bank account. We see this man preaching about the husband, Adeleke, you know. But she's your equal partner in God's gift of new life. Women cannot be man. The way Uncle Ben thinks is different from the way the wife thinks.
I'm coming, sir. Please continue. I'm coming.
So he said, treat her as you should, so your prayer will not be hindered. If one will be running mad, they say, this woman, no, she doesn't listen to me. Pray for her. You don't know what is going on her brain. Maybe something that's occurred a couple of months ago that you guys refused to settle or something like that. So the way their brain is wired is different. You may have even forgotten. So we need wisdom. It's Uncle Ben. See, if Uncle Ben can pull another version. Let me see NIV.
Hello?
Yeah,
Okay.
Uncle Ben.
Yes, sir.
You want to do NIV of this thing?
The one we have on the screen right now?
Yeah. Let's maybe give a different.
NIV. New International Version.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, chapter 7, right?
Yes, sir.
So the NIV version says, husbands, in the same way, be considerate as you live with your wives and treat them with respect as the weaker partner and as heirs with you of the grace of gift of life, so that nothing will hinder your prayers. I agree with the verses, especially all this one when it comes to how husbands should treat their wives. I 100% agree, sir. But sir, before I move on to Solomon, because I see I've learned a lot now, and I want to believe people who are watching are also learning one or two things. But before I move on to Solomon, sir.
Uncle Benno, can you please drop the link?
Oh, sorry. Here is the link, people. So, sir, I just have one question to ask. What are the lessons for women here? Please. There must be a lesson, at least if it is left to me, I see like 10 lessons for women. From the moment she even dare listen to the serpent, to the point that she already knew God has forbidden both Adam and herself from eating that fruit, to she asking questions and participating in listening and following the instruction of the serpent, to her eating the fruit first, meaning she is exposed first before Adam. I don't know if you understand me, Uncle Patrick.
Yeah.
If she is exposed first before Adam, she ate the fruit. She already said that, oh, wow, this God is trying to be smart. Ooh, before she moved on to Adam. And when she got to Adam, she convinced Adam. Uncle Patrick, Emma Bino, no verse. This is me. The way I read it and see it, because I take all the lessons for men here. The lesson is men should always take responsibility for their wives' actions and everything, and they must obey God 100%. But women have their own issue here. Now, she convinced Adam to eat the apple. And when God called on Adam, and Adam said, I am hidden because I am ashamed. The woman you gave me, to be honest, I don't think Adam have done too much by letting God know that, Baba, when you created this woman from my rib, she's the one that caused me to disobey you. I don't think Bible tells us how long Adam has been in the Garden of Eden before God created Eve. I don't think I know that. Do we know how long?
Adam is blaming God for creating that woman.
Because she convinced Adam. So, sir, let us also identify the lessons for women. Because women, they are trying to run away now. I see, I see everybody. Atiyeka, everybody is Tamara, all of them want to run away now. Say, yes, it's Adam first, it's Adam first. Why did women in the first place why do you listen to Sapet? Because in real life now, women are listening to messages on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. That is just like listening to Sapet 2 at times.
You are very right, Uncle Ben. You are 100% right. You know, I had a class one time during my undergrad. I failed, and I want to take one of the professors. And I said, Patrick, why are you turning the wheel? That was my first time of knowing that phrase. Why are you turning the wheel? I know that's what we call vicious circle of poverty. That's why Proverbs 31 woman comes in. You know, woman that will read the scripture, because whatever you are doing, your children are learning from it. That's what I want to bring out. Even though the man may not talk, your children will know their mom.
Thank you.
There is a possibility of you passing such things to some of your children, which is not good. Yes.
Thank you, Uncle Patrick. Thank you.
There are some prayers that you don't have to be praying because you caused it. Instead of you reading the scripture and allow the Holy Spirit to teach you how to be a virtuous woman, to make your own. The Bible says a wise woman will build her home. It doesn't mean you'll be taking the position of a woman, but there is a way you will do, and your children, when you are little, you say, my mom. When I remember my mom, when we go to her room, she will be praying for us. She will be there praying for us. This woman taught us right. Yes. And some children will say, we know our mom, always fighting daddy, cursing daddy, bringing trouble. These women are looking these children are looking. It is whatever you sow that you will reap. You know, one has to be very careful so that there will be no multiplier effect. Let me put it that way. You know,
thank you, sir. No verse, Uncle Patrick, I beg. I don't want you forget. Help me tell them to obey. They must obey. They started that disobedience from Garden of Eden. I just remember I talk as Uncle. Maybe if you talk Uncle Patrick, they go listen. Thank you, sir.
It's not a commanding tone. You understand? They must make reverence to their for their husband, and that's what I'm saying. It goes a long way, so that there will not be multiplier effects. Every woman, they want a good family. They want their children to be married. They want them to have good homes. But it has to start from the way you structure your marriage, the way you deal with your husband. If you are the coconut head, your children might think that's the way of life. They will be coconut head to their husband too. And you'll be the one they will be calling every day, mommy, that's bass, those bass. So what's the essence of you going to church then? Why do you call yourself Christian? What are you teaching your children? Uncle Ben, I was shocked in my city. I know some two men. I didn't meet their dad when I came here. I was shocked that their dad was a pastor that has a big church in Nigeria. These people don't go to church now. These children they are married now. They don't, even their wife, they don't go to church now. I say, oh my God. I almost wept. Say, God, are you kidding me? That this man, father was a pastor? Your father pioneered in America. I said, oh my God, help me. An evangelist that the man went to preach in the father's church in 1970 in their village. It was the man that brought him as a big church. I said, God, help me. Because of the man disobedience, the man pioneered in Nigeria, in America. So it goes a long way. That's our prayer. Say, God, even the children that we left behind, people will say, yes, this woman trained their children. Uncle Ben will know some women they are troublemakers. There's no doubt about that. And
Plenty of
that's why some men will just say, I'm gonna leave everything. I'm leaving the house for him, for her. Let her take care of the children. If it's child
thank
support,
you.
I'll pay. We don't want our story to be like that.
Yeah.
We
Thank
know
you,
it.
sir.
Some people are just even here in America because they believe where women has power in Obodo, so they can do whatever they want. It's the one you just posted, the guy that they deported the wife to Nigeria, and he was the one. That's a very good example, and he was the one that brought the wife here to England. You posted it, Uncle Ben, on the chats, on the family chats.
Yeah.
So it's everywhere. Yeah, the
Thank you,
Bible
sir.
says, by their fruit you shall know them.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben,
Thank
all this one that we are saying, some people just enter one eye, they come out for another ear. They will just say it's Bible. They don't really care, but they will still be what they want to do.
you. Yeah. Thank you, sir. All right. All right. I see Sister Grace is back. Sister Grace, please help me speak wisdom to the ladies out there, especially the millennials and Gen Zs. They need this
Uncle
message.
Beno, you know I've been
Uncle
quiet since.
Beno,
Leave Gen Z alone.
Uncle Beno, I didn't come to speak wisdom into anyone.
Eh?
I just came to say thank you to Uncle Patrick for all the Bible verses and all that. I was trying to write something initially. I think there was a typographical error when I said the rule was given to Adam before the creation of the woman. When you first started, you said something which I still remember, that people refer to the fruit that they ate in the garden, the apple, as maybe some kind of thing that they did. So I was trying to clarify that if that rule was given before the creation of the woman, it couldn't have been their coming together or maybe doing through that was the apple that they ate. The thing again I wanted to talk about is taking responsibility. The woman was overzealous. She knew about the rule. Adam told her about it. And then the serpent came and tempted it. If you eat it, you'll be wiser than whatever. Some women are like that. He just wanted to know and he ate it. He ate it and he gave it to the man. The man was in a position to take responsibility and said, "We were told not to. Why did you?" Perhaps if he had taken responsibility and did not eat it, maybe God would have pardoned. But rather, he was blaming God, the woman you gave to me. Sometimes it boils down to the man in the house taking responsibility. It's not a matter of authority. You are under me. I married you. It's a voice of reasoning. Everything is wisdom. It's not, I didn't, like I said, I didn't come here to say, oh, the Gen Z, respect your husband. It's how the husband should take responsibility and run his home appropriately. You don't have to shout about it. You don't have, it's not all the time you exert authority. There's a way that you speak to even children that they respect you. There's a way that you talk to me that I will listen and I will respect. There's a way that you talk to me and I'm like, oh, okay, I won't say nothing. I might just be disobedient. Okay? It is our men should take responsibility and know what to do at the right time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Auntie Grace. Auntie Grace, okay, thank you, ma. Okay, men should take
Okay.
responsibility.
Yes,
Yeah,
take
Auntie
responsibility
Grace.
and then yeah. Yep.
But
Thank
Auntie
you.
Grace, you almost admitted there that some women are gullible, and what if did is a
Yes,
sign
I
of a good
know. I know. Yeah.
head.
Because she was overzealous. She just wanted to like there are people who actually, oh, I want to know what is in that man. If it gets to the extent that you can't take it, take responsibility. Know when to call it quit. Know when to stay. That's what I'm saying. Take responsibility of your home. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
All right, thank you, ma. Thank you very much.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Sissy.
Hey, Uncle
Sissy,
Ben. Hey, real fam. I've
Sissy,
been
do you
quiet.
know?
Yes.
Do you study the Bible?
Of
Do
course I
you read
do.
it?
Of
Are you
course I
sure?
do. Of course.
Okay. What's your assessment of Eve situation? This did Eve did good or she did bad? You laugh
Ru-
now.
Of
Eve
course,
was
she did bad. The man should take responsibility. We are not saying she didn't do bad. She did
Wait,
bad.
Auntie
I have
Grace. The
another
funny part
angle.
is how now always they circle and back to the man. Even though I'm joking, men should just learn from this because I think I know they take Uncle Patrick, Uncle Dio, they are well done they can play because even if we they joke up and down, Uncle Patrick, Uncle Dio, they don't usually joke with things like this. And I think the true lesson here is that men should be responsible. You should be the one to lead. We hear that all the time. But the way they break it down today, oh, it makes a lot of sense. So please don't mind me. Oh. Sissy, your
Yes.
take.
Okay, so like I think Auntie Grace actually said what I wanted to say. I feel like my perception as a woman, okay, I feel like Eve was probably in the garden and doing as we women do our gender. We know ourselves. When we see our man has potential, maybe she just saw Adam and she's like, oh, my man has potential, but he's here with all this job God is giving him, just doing farming, going to the field, looking after the animals. No, my man is better than this job, you know? So obviously, with that thought in her mind, she just wants to progress her husband. She wants him to get better opportunities. She wants him to come out of the shadow of God, right? So
By
being
disobeying God.
overzealous as she was, hold on, being overzealous, how you want to build up our man. We want to do build a bear, build a bear. Okay. She was now approached by the serpent or whatever. And to her it sounded attractive, like, oh, true. It's if this thing is meant to be all knowledge, all seeing. Why can't we use that and I pour that knowledge into my man, or my man will take that knowledge and pour? So in a way, it's like she was in the wrong, but I feel like it was coming from a good place. The intention was good, right? Because
Mhm.
I always said, what was really the intention of what was the overall goal for Eve in eating the apple? Once you had knowledge, what were you now going to do? Were you going to fight for the position of God? Like I don't understand. So that's why I feel like in eating the fruit and being, easily convinced, it must have been that she was already seeing that her man is better than the role or the opportunity the job that he was doing at the moment in the time that she came and she met him in the Garden of Eden. That's just my own perception. And at the end of the day, the command was given to Adam. So he has to take the full weight of majority of the blame. Because I put in the comments before, it's like, as an older sister, I'm the sister and I'm the oldest of three siblings, right? When my mom used to leave us in the house and she'll say, okay, Cynthia, your brother and sister, you guys need to do A, B, C, D. When I get back, this needs to be done. If my mom came back and my brother and sisters had scattered the house or something had got broken, who
Mhm.
was going to be responsible? Of course, it was going to be me. I was going to get into trouble for that. Why? Because she gave clear instructions that you are in charge. Anything that happens on your watch, right? It's going to be your responsibility. I can't now turn around and say, oh, mommy, it was, it was A, B, it was B that did it. Mom will be like, but I left you in charge, right? So it's the same level of responsibility and expectation that God had of Adam. It's like, I gave you an instruction, irrespective of the fact that Eve was the one that went ahead and did something. You went and followed her. For what reason? You knew what the rules were. You should have reiterated that to her, and then on top of that, you shouldn't have gone and then followed her to do the thing that you've been told not to do. So then in that case, it's like you knew better and you chose to do the wrong thing. That's even worse than somebody who
Perhaps
doesn't
he
know
was in
better
his
and
mind
does
to
the
do
wrong
it
thing.
even before.
Pardon?
I said perhaps it was in his mind to do it before then
That's
he
what I'm
got
saying.
an
It didn't
excuse to
take you. It
do it.
didn't take you much convincing. Do you understand? So to
Exactly.
me, it's like you had that intention. You too. It's like it, Adam was acting on a thought that he already had inside himself. He felt like he was better than the job that God had given him to do. He was ready to also see. He wants to know what is this thing that God is hiding from him. Like it's just like Oboz and Efe. At a certain point, it's like you give your protege. You're working with your partner. When your partner now starts to want to overdo or go beyond a point that you've kept them at, as men, you want to do more than maybe if somebody is putting you in a box. It's natural. So I feel like that's why he didn't even fight. He didn't hesitate. Because if truly, you know that, okay, this thing that I'm going to do is the wrong thing, it shouldn't take somebody from the outside to come in and convince you to do that thing. Because at the end of the day, the relationship that God and Adam had was way longer. I'm just using, they didn't give time, but you can tell that the relationship that God had with Adam was way longer than the relationship and the time that he knew Eve. So why was it so easy for him just to go with what she was saying, irrespective of the person that gave you life, the person that's giving you a job, the person that's been looking after you for all these years or however long it was? It means that your loyalties just wavered like that. So that means that you yourself, you had the intention of eating that food. You just needed somebody to give you the idea and you went with it. So he's 100% to blame, to be honest. And Eve maybe takes 5%, maybe 95%, but he's to blame,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
You know what, Sissy?
Yeah.
Abby,
Yes.
did you just find your voice all of a sudden now?
Oh, I thought I heard my name.
Nobody call your name. I heard you
Oh, I
say
thought
yes.
you shouted Abby, so I said yes. So sorry.
Abby, take your time. Sissy, if you have given
Uncle
me a
Ben.
submission, I will say this is a fake Sissy. This is AI Sissy. I know what you're going to say. So I'm not surprised.
What do you
95
mean? You know what?
95% blame on Adam, 5% blame on Eve.
Of course.
Oh,
But Uncle
Sissy.
Ben, the example that I gave you of the parent, like if you put your kids in charge, who are you gonna put in charge of the household? Is it Isaac? If anything happens and you're out, you and your wife are out of the house, who are you gonna give the responsibility? Is it not your eldest daughter, Blessing? Anything that the rest of them do, if Isaac comes and say, "Oh, Daddy, we broke the TV," okay, are you not gonna say, "So where was your sister?" The first thing you're not gonna just blame it on him when you've left his sisters that are older than him, that you've given the responsibility to. You're just gonna say, "Oh, okay, it was the baby of the
No,
house's fault."
no,
You're
Allah.
not.
Thank you, Sissy. Yes,
Exactly. I rest my
troublemaker.
case. I rest my
Sister,
case.
Sister Yinka, can you read Sister Yinka comment real quick, Abby, please?
Yes. Yinku's Pepper Talk says, but he wasn't bold enough to disobey God on his own. But when Eve did it first, he jumped right on it.
That is the problem right there.
But then,
Typical
but
Nigerian man.
you're not understanding why was that? That means that thought was inside your soul to do it already. You just needed the
No.
encouragement.
Oh, he just doesn't have a mind of his own.
Jesus. Okay. Next
Yeah.
one.
Yinku's Pepper Talk says Adam was a weakling. Exactly what I just said.
100%.
Oh my God. Next
Lisa
one.
Maria says, I don't like how you ladies are bashing Adam.
All right, all right. If we should go on this one, we will go on and on. But thank you, everybody. I think I enjoyed this segment and I learned a lot. Personally, I
Did
learned some aspects of the Bible that I really don't understand about what happened in the Garden of Angel, in the Garden of Endel. Thank you, Uncle Patrick, for making it
Uncle
make
Benny,
sense.
why are you saying the garden of Abel?
I said the Garden of Eden.
Okay.
Hold on.
Is the accent? Is the accent?
No, I
Yeah.
thought I had Abel and I thought I had Angel. I was like, what's going on?
Accent is accent, right? when I don't confuse
No,
me.
I thought I had Angel and an Abel. Sorry.
Thank you, Uncle Patrick, for that wisdom right
Thank
there.
you, Uncle
You
Patrick.
Thank
make
And
you,
a lot
Mr.
Uncle
of sense now.
Dio.
Patrick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Uncle
make it.
Patrick. Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Thank you,
Auntie
Auntie
Grace.
Grace.
Sleep
Good night, man.
well. Have a good week.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So let me link this to the last case study, and we call it a day. The last case study we have is the story of King Solomon. I won't lie to you. I'm one of
Uncle
those.
Ben,
Yes,
you want
sir.
to open to First Kings chapter 11.
Oh,
Okay.
Uncle
First
Read
King
Patrick.
from,
11.
What's
read
Uncle Patrick's nickname?
On this platform.
Zizia Godfather. Yeah, because some people have nickname. Uncle Patrick is nickname.
Since una never open book reach
Uncle
Uncle
Patrick is Big Daddy. That's it.
I think Uncle Patrick is the only one that has escaped having a name on
I'll
reef.
give him
No, it's
name
past
Big
the P.
Daddy.
Me, they don't call me coconut head. I accept my own. We have Zaddy, we have Papi. So, all right. So, thank you, all my sisters. Thank you, Ashley, Auntie Yinka, everybody, Sister Mario. Thank you for your contribution. Let's quickly dissect this next one, and it's because we are looking at how men can actually make wrong decisions if they don't know how to take responsibility in terms of managing their wives. That's why I'm bringing the case study of King Solomon into this. Now, we all know the story of King Solomon, but however, King Solomon did a lot of great things in the Bible. If you doubt it, you can use ChatGPT to just highlight many things that he did. But unfortunately, he's popular for his is it promiscuity? Jesus. Yes. He's popular for being a man who is good at snatching another man's wife. I've been like Papa, they do that one. Anyway, we all know that King Solomon is popular for 700 wives and 300 concubines. And I've seen people use that as a reference several times, especially my fellow men. Sometimes men will say, after all, King Solomon has 700 wives and 300 concubines. Even when the people want to be nasty, they will be like, how did he do it? How can you satisfy 700 wives and 300 concubines? What exactly is that? But though my biblical knowledge made me understand that many of the wives that King Solomon had, they were as a result of political alliances. So he was probably marrying those wives in order to create some relationship with other nations. The Bible also made me understand that that perhaps is part of the mistake King Solomon made, because I think in the Bible, which Uncle Patrick will walk us through now, I think in the Bible there are some places God forbid Israelites to be married from. Like I heard something about marrying strange women, which in other words mean women from other nations. But King Solomon don't care. He was just marrying, marrying, marrying. So towards the end of his life, I think he lived a miserable life because of all those women he surrounded himself with. Now, two questions that easily comes to my mind is this: how can Solomon did all this, marrying all these women up and down? It's like this man is literally living in the midst of women. He wake up na woman, afternoon woman, he want chop woman, he want sleep woman. Even if you want go fight war na woman, And I'm like, okay, with this lifestyle, how come God still blessed him that much? How come he's still one of those people we reverend in the Bible? And finally, what are the lessons from King Solomon's life? Okay, King Solomon give us the impression of a man that has a lot of wisdom, and I think even in our Sunday school we were taught that we should have wisdom like King Solomon. But how come with all his wisdom he cannot overcome the most dangerous human being in this world, the children of Eve? Uncle Patrick, please educate us, sir. Why?
Uncle Ben, I said you should read. Can you read First Kings 11 1 to 3 first?
Okay.
That summarize everything you just said.
Okay. Let's go. So
First
First
Kings
King
chapter
11. What chapter, sir? 1 to 3.
yeah.
All right. So I'm reading what version is this? I'm reading the NIV version. So it says, King Solomon, however, loved many foreign women besides Pharaoh's daughter. Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonians, and Hittite. I don't know how to pronounce all these cities. I'm sorry. They were from nations about which the Lord had told the Israelites, "You must not intermarry with them, because they will surely turn your heart after their gods." Nevertheless, Solomon held fast to them in love. He had 700 wives of royal birth and 300 concubines, and his wives led him astray. That's it, sir. That's 11, 1 to 3, sir. Hello, Uncle Patrick.
Okay, sorry. You can see what it says there.
Yes, sir.
This man has 700 wives and 300 concubines. Even went ahead to marry as against what God has told him. You know, one thing I will always tell people, and those women even brought their own gods, and Solomon was worshiping them. Maybe you hear people saying this, that salvation is per head. Are you getting me? The fact that Solomon went and did that doesn't mean you should go ahead and do the same thing. God has a way of dealing with people. At the initial stage, God gave Solomon a blank check because of what Solomon did to God. And what Solomon said, you know, God never expected Solomon to ask for that. That God, I just need wisdom to deal with these people. That alone, God said, wow, I'm going to give you wisdom and even riches that nobody in this world. We just talk about Davido now. With different baby mama. He was brought up with a golden spoon, like we said. So you can't compare yourself with Davido and go and follow Davido's life. So everything we do in life has consequence, Uncle Ben. You know, there was a video that a lady was saying, can you take a picture with Davido or something? They said, no, my wife would never allow that. Davido may even be regretting what he has done, the consequence of what he has done. That why did I put myself in this way? Yeah, so we should pick something that is good from everything we are doing. Don't just follow the crowd and say, because somebody did this. And we talked about people in Nigeria follow. So that was in the days of Solomon dispensation. We know what the father of David, Solomon, did, you know, David. So he's following after his father. The Bible says David was after God's heart. Even when he took the wife of Bathsheba, wife of Uriah, I mean.
Yes,
Bathsheba,
Uriah.
yes, took the wife of Uriah and killed the man. David wept and said, yeah, you know, did all this, but he still went through the consequence. What I'm trying to, everything that we do in life has a consequence. You can't get away with it. David killed Uriah, he took the wife Bathsheba, the baby died. David wept and said, God forgive me. But David still faced the consequence. So everything we do in life, there's always a consequence. And it said, you must not marry. I'm reading verse 2 today. We are from nation about which the Lord has told the Israelites, you must not intermarry with them, because they will surely turn your heart after their God. Nevertheless, Solomon held fast to them in love. He had 700 wives of royal birth and 300 concubines, and his wives led him astray. If you come Obodoyinbo, marry, have a baby, you pay child support, and that's the consequence outside marriage.
Absolutely.
Yes. And this guy, Gubadia or whatever, that was deported recently. Yes, that was the consequence. He stayed in ISIS ISIS camp or whatever, detention for 4 months. Uncle Ben, this guy is a well-established guy. He's a CPA now.
Mm.
Well-established into business. Look at his restaurant. Look at everything he has done. Look at where he landed himself. No, that wasn't good. Even though the wife had divorced him at that time, before Porsche or whatever, this man would have cooled his head. He said he was in, South, he was in Canada, was drinking when this lady tested him. He went after American celebrity and look at where he landed himself. He has never even recovered from his divorce. He went to another woman. And that woman has his own plan too. So whatever we do in life has a consequence, Uncle Ben.
Mm.
Uncle Ben, let me tell you, I have 99.9% opportunity to cheat in America. 99.9 that my wife will not even know. But is that what I should be doing? Do I want to go up or am I progressing or regressing? You understand? No. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I am not saying you have to be disciplined. Say, no, not me. I'm not, am I going down? No. I have 99.9%. Yes. With the trust that my wife Adam, I know I trust, but why should I do that? At this level, at this stage, why will I even be doing that? Doesn't make sense. So we should not follow after this man. God has a way of dealing with everybody. The Bible says, whatever a man soweth, he will reap. And the Bible says in 2 Corinthians 5, it says, if a man be in Christ, a new creature, all things have passed away, and everything become new.
Yeah.
Yes, so thank God for the life of Solomon. So we have Christ now.
Mm.
That's what I'm going to say.
Yes, thank you, Uncle Patrick. Now, let's get into the reality of what's happened in King Solomon's life and how it's affecting our lives today as the descendants of, let me just say, King David. We as men know. So, first of all, that marrying of strange woman in today's world, when the parent of a man says, don't marry from that tribe or that state or that country, is that not akin to what is kind of like happening in the life of King Solomon? Hello, Uncle Patrick.
Repeat the question again.
Yeah, my question is, in this modern time now, there are occasions where a parent will tell their son, do not marry from this tribe or don't marry from that region or that state or that country because they are considered strange, or don't marry from this religion. Let's even take Christian and Islam for instance. So if the boy disobey the parents and he says he finds love in those um places the parents want him not to marry, is that not like somebody trying to toll the path of King Solomon?
Yeah, I'm going to put it this way. Uh, as Christian, Bible says we should not be equally yoked with unbelievers. It doesn't mean we cannot be friends to them. And being friend to them will give us opportunity of preaching the gospel if peradventure. The Bible says no man can come unto him except he draw it. They give their life to Christ. So if an unbeliever should come to faith and give their life, why not? You can marry them. But I don't see a situation where somebody that's an unbeliever, idol worshiper, and you're a Christian, will go and marry that person with the impression that you are going to. You can't change anybody, number one. And if your parents should tell you and say, hey, be careful of these people. You can't marry these people. Maybe there's something they've seen and you did not know. And you know, if you serve a living God, if you know you don't have to be Jim. We all have our own future. We have our own life. You can pray to God. If you are genuine, say, I don't know what my parents have seen about this family. I love this girl. God show me. God will definitely show you.
Okay.
The Bible says if you ask him anything, he will show you. The Bible says, he said, all secret belong unto him. That's the essence of we going to church. You reading your Bible. You know it's your life, and you make that mistake, that step, it can cost you. Yes. You know, I'm just reading now from verse 9 of what we read of the First King 11. He said the Lord became angry with Solomon because his heart had turned away from the Lord, the God of Israel, who had appeared to him twice.
Mm.
He said, although he had forbidden Solomon to follow other gods, Solomon did not keep the Lord's command. So the Lord said to Solomon, since this is your attitude, and you have not kept my covenant with my decrees, which I commanded, I will most certainly tear the kingdom away from you and give it to one of your subordinates. Uncle Ben, what I'm trying to say, we all know where we are coming from. Uncle
Yes.
Ben, you know where you are coming from.
Yes.
You know what you have faced. You remember when you were telling us how you prayed. I said, God, I am not in America to suffer. Did you call any pastor? Did you go to anybody? You can do your prayer by yourself. Your parents love you, and that's why they are saying, you know, you should know your parents. Okay, don't do this. You don't have to be mad about it. They are your parents. If you really know they love you. Let me give you an example. We had a picnic yesterday. One of my pastor, the daughter, she graduated 2 years ago. She's staying by her own. She just brought one guy. That was even my first. I greeted them. They ate. So the man called me this morning. I was telling him, he was unhappy. What is wrong with this girl? If you see the way the guy dressed, I just told him, let's be praying for them. That was the least they expected. But as parents, for him to call me this morning and say, Pastor Patrick, can I see? He said, after the picnic, he wasn't happy. And that's the role of a parent. And if you think your parents are overburdened, you will soon get there too. Yes. We will soon get there. So they mean good for you. You may not be saying what they are saying. The parent will love our children. You may not be saying they are not just against you for against sake, for nothing's sake. They want the better of you as okay, what I'm saying. So it's not left for you. We are all spirit. The Bible says you are gods. We are God as well. You can sit down your own. It doesn't mean some even women, when a woman pray, we had a testimony of a lady in anti shows that said the husband left her with the children, that she has to pray and say, God, open, and God, she was able to buy a house, get a better job. Yes, you can do as well. You didn't have to call on any pastor or anything. She did it herself by the grace of God. Yes.
All right. So thank you, Uncle Patrick. One last one, and then I can let you go, sir. This is practical, and I need my sisters and everybody to also chime in on this one. Lately, I'm seeing there is this latest trend here in America of Nigerian children, mostly men, who were born and raised. Some of them were born and raised there. Some of them were brought as young children from Nigeria here. They school and do everything here. So there is this latest trend of then getting married to women from Kenya, Ethiopia. Yeah, I think Ethiopia is the last one I saw. They are marrying a lot of women now who practice different religion from the Christianity that their parent actually raised them with. And while talking about this King Solomon situation, I'm thinking if we have to go by how these women are able to contaminated King Solomon's heart and turn it away from God. Couldn't that happen to maybe our children getting married to women who don't believe in the same religion as us, and as a result, turn their hearts away from God? I'm just saying, if it's related to this King Solomon situation as it's happening right now in our lives now, because these children, they are marrying from everywhere. They don't care. They marry wherever they find love. So, but as Christians, should we be concerned about that, sir?
Very good question, Uncle Ben. We even discussed this in church today. Uncle Ben, according to statistics here in America, 64% of our children, when they go to college, they backslide.
Mm,
At the end of the day, after college, they come home and come back to faith again. And we don't have to be religious. As a parent, you don't just have to make it say, you must go to church with me. The most important thing is you must teach your children in the way of God. They must know God. They must be fervent. They must be zealous in the things of God when they are young. You will know them that these children love God when they are young, going to church. They are not just going to church for church going. You know they love God. And it's you yourself, you are a role model to them. The way, as a man, the way you treat their mom, the way you treat them, give your children your birthday or Mother's Day, your Father's Day, give your children card. Let them look at the card your children will write for you. The gift they give you, the way you relate to them will go along with to tell them what the children will become, how they look at you, how they take you, how they reverence you. So that even when they leave, go to college and they want to belong to college, before you know they will be the one that will tell you, you will know that these children have changed. Don't condemn them. Are we getting it? I have a daughter that have left home and still not on her own. That she was telling my wife her daily devotion, her Bible study, and everybody was shocked. I said, this lady, this is the 22-year-old, this girl, she's now mature now. Yeah.
mm,
She's the one telling my wife this thing, a Bible study and everything. Even my son, whenever I call him in school and say, Dad, I'm doing my homework. Call her one time, I say, Dad, I'm doing Bible study. I said, thank God you're doing Bible study. So your life minister to these children. And if they go and marry somebody else from another, what you need to do is, as a parent, be on your knee. Even when they are in college, or you might begin to pray for them. That's the essence of the child of this thing. Begin to pray for them. Pray for them. Yes. That's what parent does, Uncle Ben. Pray
mm.
for them.
So they shouldn't worry about the outcome if
These are adults, Uncle Ben. You can't do anything about that at that moment. If you go to your children, if they're entering college and you attend it, they will tell you, say, well, you can't even ask for their results. If they are caught drinking, they will call parents, but at the same time they will put them in jail. They will be responsible for that. Yes, they will put them in jail. They will just let you know that, okay, so did this thing, but then it's responsible. So they are adults now, Uncle Ben.
yeah.
They are adults. Yes. As soon as my son turned 18, I said the other day, his friend was 19. That one will come. They will be downstairs in my basement playing this. That one will not live around 12. We say your friend say, well, he has his car, he can go. I said, Dad, please, I'm no more. Yes. So what you need to do is sit down, begin to, and what you have sown at that formative age, what have you been doing? which is very important. I just said it. Are they really zealous with the things of God? Do they participate? Do you just force them to church? Do they know God? You know they know God. Yes. I'm going to give you an example. My son, when he was going to college, he won an award in church. They won an award. The first person, they gave him one golden be the light in school. Be the light. When you get to college, as soon as you got college, he entered fellowship. You know his first request to our mom, he didn't tell me. He said he wants to do his what you call? He wants to pierce his ear. My wife said, you can't do that. You have be the light. By the time my son was coming home, he has pierced his ear with earring. So are we going to cut off his ear? Uncle Bet.
At what age?
Eh?
At what age did he came back home with earrings?
When he was in college, when he was the first year in college.
Okay, it's over 18 now.
That's what I'm saying. But I just told he won an award.
Yeah.
The light in church. The first semester that was his message. He didn't tell me, tested my wife, so he wants to do it. My wife said, I can't do that. You be the light in. When he was coming home for the holiday, I was already pierced his ear.
American children. Oh God.
Yeah, I'm going to cut off his ear. We'll be praying for him.
Oh, thank you, Uncle Patrick. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. Just give me your final take, sir. Let me let you go. You have really spent 3 hours with me here. I'm not taking this.
I'm not doing anything.
Oh, okay.
I'm relaxing, Uncle Bet.
Yeah, sometimes when we interact like this, we get to learn a lot. I think I now even
I want to
understand.
hear our sister thought.
They don't run. You don't make them easier for them, Uncle Patrick. Since you focus, you actually extract the lesson that men are supposed to be responsible, and our sister, they don't they happy, they no do bad boast. To say you agree with me, may we drag Eve, because many of them behave like Eve. We foresee back and forth.
Uncle Bet.
Uncle Beno, I'm still here. I'm not asleep.
I know you are there. You are just enjoying that. Yes.
Don't let them hold your neck. You know, Sister Dama prepare for you today.
Sister Dama won't go fight me. Now tomorrow we go fight. Where we go do the video. I would have loved to go that direction, frankly speaking. But it's just that by my principle, if I set out to do something, that's what I want. At the time we were talking about the video and all of that, we have almost like 115 people watching, which is like a very good traffic, but that is not what I set out for. When I was after I chat you and you say you are available, I told my wife I'm going to do Sunday school show. Uncle Patrick is coming. So in fact, the first top blade that I did was the one I'm using now. So, but when I was about to go live, I'm like, oh shit, I'm missing the first rule of going live. I did not drop any traffic or algorithm altering title. That's when I now went back and add the video to it. So it's not about the video today. It's just because we're to like explore all of this, and because the video is trending, I have to create that segment. That's why I did it. But I really enjoy this segment. First, today is Sunday, and Uncle Patrick, you are a very good teacher. So I saw the aspect I've not seen before, and I'm happy that many of our real fam, there are also people who have biblical knowledge. So thank you, Uncle Patrick. Now, may we hear Abby? Abby, will you be willing to be one of King Solomon's wives?
No.
Why? He was rich.
Uh-huh. What's that got to do with anything? I don't want to be one of 700 wives. Do you know that it just occurred to me that he was not even seeing many of these women. You cannot see 1,000 people. That's why I only had that many children, 4 children.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wasn't
You didn't know?
them.
Yeah, I think when I was growing up, I was lucky to have been born at that time when we still witness weddings where fathers will gift their daughter away to a chief just because the chief is rich. I still
Mm.
met that when I was younger. Yes, they used to use women to compliment rich people back in the day. Uncle Patrick, I mean, Abby, you've not heard of this. Uncle Patrick, Shemo Parosa.
Uncle Ben, my grandfather had 22 wives now.
Hey! Iletiku.
I'm aware of like using
And he has
women to
96
compensate.
children. 96. You
96 children.
know what
Wow.
happened? My grandfather was the only one that spoke English in my village. So when the British came, he was the interpreter to the DO, district officer. So people fighting over land. Is the interpreter is the lawyer. He will just tell
Mm,
them this is the man that owns the land. And these people don't have money. So one of my uncle, they gave the mother to my grandfather at the age of 13. So when the mother of my uncle had my uncle, she could not breastfeed my uncle because her breast was pain. She's young girl now. So it was my grandmother that breastfeed my uncle because my grandmother was older. So they were just giving in those days the man, they said she was the first person to ride Citron. Maybe Uncle Ben know about Citron car.
mm.
One
Yeah,
of the
Citron. Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
If somebody can die, we are talking about in the 50 and 60.
Mm.
If that
Citron.
man
You,
Citron,
you can press a button, the vehicle will lift itself up,
yeah, you're right.
then it will go down.
Yeah,
I
they
think.
said the man had the Citron.
Mm,
And he's the only one. They follow the deal. All the British, all the colonial master, once they come, he's the one following them. So you are
mm.
very right. They can't afford to pay him, and he was the only one that was drinking tea in the village with milk and everything. Nobody can drink tea because no, he ordered from England, and they bring it, you know. So they are giving, they give them. Even when I was grew up, when I went to the village, I saw all the wives' houses, small houses he built for them.
Mm,
He sees his own as big, has his own
yeah.
big house. So that's the tradition there, Uncle Ben.
Yeah. That is Citron right there for those who
Wow,
may not
wow,
know.
Uncle Ben, pull it out. That's the one right there. Yeah,
That
It's
is
a nice
Citron.
car, vintage.
yeah,
Oh, that car, man. Go press button, the yansh go up, and
yeah.
then
You're right.
it go come down. Yeah. So,
Oh,
well, people don't know. So, Abby, there you have it. Back in the days, they used to dash men,
Yeah.
wives. I think
I'm
that's what
aware of
happened.
using like wives or daughters to pay off debts and things like that.
Mhm.
I'm not aware of just dashing
So,
just for the sake of it.
so now, Abby,
Yeah.
if daddy decided to dash you
Which that
to the
is that.
king of Saudi Arabia, then they dash you. Why you
Is
laughing,
it this
Abby?
year? It can never happen now. Why would that happen?
Ah,
Okay, no, it's not possible. I'm not interested in. I cannot marry a man just for money. There's so many other qualities. Money comes
it's
and goes.
it's not about money. Let's
Well,
say
Jesus.
we wanted to build a better relationship with the United Arab Emirates, and we think that Nigerian government think that if we give one wife to the current king of Saudi Arabia, that may seal our international relationship with them, and
It's
we
not
look
me
at it,
saying
we say,
this.
how can we give to them? You are a very educated girl, well spoken, sharp, smart. Ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé ó wà pa ó dúró, you stand well. So if we now say, if let's say Tinubu approach your dad and say, can
Ah,
you give me your daughter? Let me offer it to the king of Saudi Arabia to foster a better international relationship. So who are you to say no that you're not going
so
to marry?
so Tinubu does not have family members.
Tinubu, have you seen Tinubu children?
People don't have cousins, children, nieces, small. No. Okay, but no. But on a very serious note, no, I wouldn't marry. I wouldn't marry. I don't even know what kind of. I need some sort of contract. I don't know if it will be included in a prenup, but I need some sort of paperwork that says what will happen. Sorry, I'm echoing. I need the
Oh,
sort
it's Uncle Patrick.
okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I need some sort of paperwork that has consequence for cheating, consequence for taking a second wife, having children out of the marriage. I
Eh?
need paper. Miss CE, please advise us. I need paperwork that
Mm.
says what the consequence of certain things, stepping out of our marriage would
Eh,
be. Yeah.
if you had to marry a man, you will give him that
As
paper.
if I'm marrying like this, I need some sort of paperwork that actually has
Okay.
consequence.
But that man will not be a Nigerian man, right?
It will be a Nigerian man.
A Nigerian man born and raised abroad, right?
Born
Not the
and
one
raised,
born and raised in Nigeria.
born and raised in Nigeria, just like me.
My dear, you are wasting your time.
Because we have to write what is going to happen to you if you do certain things. Because men are moving crazy these days, and I can't have it.
What I want to tell you, Abby, is this. If we dash you to the king of United Arab Emirates and you refuse to go, did you know that back in the days, they can actually kidnap you to carry to your husband house? Do you know that?
I can imagine, but thank God this is 2025 now.
It can still happen.
Why will
For
it
a
happen, Beno?
stubborn girl like you.
Uncle
Not
Bernard, you need to stop that.
thank you, Uncle
Abby
Patrick.
will marry to a very handsome man, responsible man.
Amen.
We'll all be there to shut them up. So
Thank you, Uncle Patrick.
Amen, Uncle Patrick. Uncle Patrick, allow me make I threaten Abby small. Abby, don't fear now.
no, we don't want that threat.
Misty says, my great grandma was given to my great grandpa. Okay. Oh, my great grandma was given to my great grandma as a spoil of war. They fought against the British. She came as a young girl to live among a tribe whose language she didn't comprehend. Imagine. Yeah.
Wow, whoa.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people went through that crap back in the days.
Uncle Ben, is it Misty that made that fella video?
The one that share in no, that's not Misty, but I think he's from Misty, and that woman sounds more like Misty, but
Yeah.
that's not Misty. She sounds very, very much like Misty. You know, her articulation, the way she was calm and everything. And you know, Misty can't do away with being a lawyer. That's just one problem I have with Misty. Misty she can never stay away from being a lawyer. And she has been quoting law one time on this show today. Okay, wait. Let me read this. Okay, Abby, help me read this one.
Missy says, first of all, Adam is very poor at comprehension. He didn't understand when God asked him why he's turning away. Instead, he blamed God for giving him the woman who led him into a fall. No accountability.
So you see. So that's what I'm saying, Uncle Patrick. Misty cannot stop being a lawyer. Even we are discussing Bible issue, Misty still a quote. Oh my God. All right. Let us respond to some of the comments that came up during the course of the show. And then we can call it a day finally. My sister Ashley is actually very, very comprehensive with Bible things. So I don't even know, say my sister, there's a Bible like this. Jesus. I no go try on again. So at this comment, we didn't address it earlier when I was talking about Adam and Eve and the fact that Eve did not obey, or some women will not even obey their husband. All my sister they kick it is they make I know they talk about permission and obey and all of that. Abby, do you
Yeah.
support your sisters with that no
Yes.
permission, no obey? So you don't want
Yes.
to obey any man? Is that what you're
No, I
saying?
want to obey my husband, but we can use better words, can't we?
Obey
We
is
can use
obey.
words like I use words like cooperate.
Wait a
You know,
minute. What
yeah.
does that even mean?
We can use
Cooperate.
words like compromise, you know.
Mm.
We can
So
use words like communicate, you
so
know.
you just have issue with obey.
Uncle Beno, see, we the issue is not you. I did say it on the platform all the time. The issue is not you. The issue is not Uncle Patrick. The issue is that there are a lot of people that are mad and they take things out of context. That's why we say it's better to avoid certain things. There are people that hold on to that word obey and use it to control women.
Mm.
So, not that on a normal day, we're not opposed to the word obey. It's just that many people take it out of context and run with it and use it as use it as control or use it to give instructions rather than actually speaking to your partner like they are your partner. Do you understand where we're coming from? So,
Mhm.
no, under normal circumstances, obey is not bad, but we just need to be very careful with the words that we use and what we put out there. Which is why, like I said, I would suggest things like, okay, let's cooperate, let's communicate, let us compromise, rather than just telling a woman obey. Remember the last Christian, whatever, Sunday with Uncle Beno that we did. Remember,
Mhm.
I told you that even with the vows, it's only the woman that is asked to obey traditionally with the vows. So when they're telling you to repeat the vows, the men don't say anything about obeying. It's always the woman that have all of these stringent instructions where vows are even concerned. And it's very concerning. It's very patriarchal. That's situation. So yeah, that's what we're trying to say.
So
Uncle Ben, let me quickly round up with this. We
yes, sir.
talk the first Peter 3:7 that we read.
Yes,
The
sir.
Bible says we should be considerate.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God for what Abby was saying, that we should be mindful of the language we use. Even though they are weaker vessel, we should be considerate in dealing with them. Some word will make some noise, will ring some bell in a woman's head. Bang! Like, are you serious? And women are emotional.
Yeah.
So we should be very careful.
Yeah. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. Ah, man. It just be like say me today show no finish. But anyway, we gotta go. Thank you, Real Fam. Thank you, everybody, for at least suggesting this segment of Sunday school. I think we're gonna learn a lot from this segment, and the fact that we have people with biblical knowledges and the ability to relate it to what is happening in our life today. Oh, I think we will benefit a lot from this. It's not every time people we need to they do bas bus. We have to learn. Me, I learned today, and I will repeat this message again, just like Uncle Patrick has said. Men have to take responsibility. We have to take responsibility. It's painful, Uncle Patrick. I not go lie. Women are stubborn. Honestly, Uncle Patrick, and these women nowadays they are super super stubborn, and still we as men we are the one being blamed for some of the things that these women do. I remember me and my brother, man of prestige. We go drag. Because man of prestige is we really tell you like, hey, you got to be the man. You got to lead. How you lead will determine how your wife follows. And then me and man of prestige, sometimes we go enter them. But these are like hardcore truths for men. But Uncle Patrick, I no go hold you down today. Maybe next week we can explore more about some other area of this man taking responsibility. Because Uncle Patrick, I think only a man who was more or less raised right,
Mhm.
mentored, who can really grab the understanding of this taking responsibility, sir. I don't know if you understand what I mean, sir.
You're 100% right.
Oh,
100% right.
yeah,
Somebody that was not brought up in Christian home, that maybe from single parent or just things himself. It goes. That's why you need to be praying for other people's marriage. Yeah,
right.
pray for people that God will touch them, God will do something new. Because if the man is not at home, it affects the children. That's what's happening in America.
Exactly, sir. Because I
Yeah.
see it a lot of time, like the men we have nowadays, they are doing exactly what Adam did. And God bless you for explaining that to us. And all the sister that actually pointed that out, that Adam was blaming God instead of taking responsibility for his failure. It was like, the woman you gave me. That is what I see a lot of young boys doing nowadays. Not young boys like that. I mean men that are out there now looking for wife. And when I listen to them on podcasts and things, that's what I see them doing mostly. Oh, she did this, why would she do that? She didn't move this way. So it's like they are not taking accountability for their own action. And this type of message that man must take responsibility of how the woman behave and all that. Even me, I struggle with it initially when you started, but I saw the comment because I was looking at it. I see say if I say make I drag that Eve angle, these sisters they go drag my blockers. So I'm like, let me
Uncle
just
Ben, if they didn't take responsibility in the home and they are not there and decide to go, the same thing their children are going to do, because they won't be there to teach their children and say, do this way, you have to do this. So it's going to be the same thing all over. You know, how many African American men are in prison and their home is, and the women are saying, what a man can do, we can do it too, but no, you can't. The role of man is different.
Mm,
And that was what God was hammering. But you have your own role, your own responsibility. You must take accountability. He didn't even allow God to talk. So where are you? Say before I was naked. So okay, the woman you gave me. Uncle Ben. Let me let me rest my case here. Thank you very much, Uncle
sister.
Ben.
Thank you, Uncle
Happy.
Thank you,
Patrick.
Uncle Patrick.
Have a
Thank
God
you,
good
bless
night.
you. All
sister.
God
the
bless
all the
you.
women that partook, I really appreciate them.
We
Thank you
appreciate
very
your
much.
time, Uncle Patrick. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All
God
right,
bless.
all right. Ladies and gentlemen,
Good night,
please
Patrick.
help me give Uncle Patrick his flowers. Uncle Patrick always represents. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. And now it's just me and Abby here. This has been a very, very interesting episode. Abby, I
Yes.
need to send you to Dr. Adama. Dr. Adama won't carry me go where I no one go. That Dr. Adama like Wahala. Eh?
Mhm.
He was like, Dr. Adama won't carry me go where Gbaz both day. But I'm just like, God help me, God help me. If I follow Dr. Adama enter this thing, we no go fit do Sunday school. And today now Sunday school. But tomorrow, we're gonna do that. Thank you, my Ashley sister. God bless you. Sister Yinkus Pepe. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, you've seen what I did, what Uncle Patrick and I did today. I actually reached out to Uncle Patrick and I beg his permission. I asked if he's free to help us come and make it make sense today. And he said, okay, Ben, what time is it? Let me check if I'm free. And Uncle Patrick came and it makes sense. I have a lot of professionals on this particular channel in the Real Farm, plenty professionals there. So you're gonna be seeing us doing episode like this where we will actually invite one of our Real Farm members as a special guest to walk us through some of those dynamics of life based on their expertise. So if you want us to do more of stuff like this, please let me know. You can drop a one in the chat. God bless me a lot. I have access to a lot of these our people, even though they pass me well. So I can still use my coconut head to beg them, say, please come and teach us, come and explain this to us. So we're gonna be doing this so that we can learn from each other. I'm still begging Sister Yinka if Sister Yinka will be free to honor my invitation. I saw something on Sister Yinka's channel. I told you guys, go and follow Sister Yinka. Sister Yinka, they drop gems. We have a lot of fantastic people here on this real farm. Hey, they are a senior content creator. So let me show you Yinku's Pepe. Where am because once I log into YouTube like this, now Sister Yinka the first pop out. Make I even show now waiting at the talk before I say what I want to say. I don't know whether you guys have been noticing it, but for me, anytime I hop on YouTube, Sister Yinka is part of the channels that usually get recommended to me. Abby, have you noticed that too? Or you never
Yes.
go check it out?
Oh,
Okay, see,
absolutely. I watch I watch her regularly.
see, this is me right now. This is me right now on Sister Yinka's page on YouTube, and see my recommendations. I see somebody is talking about the video. Now the next one, you see, these are my recommendation. Keep it going. You see, bam. You see Sister Yinka right there.
Mm.
You see her to the right. Here you
Yeah.
see. So, in case you don't know, if you want YouTube to recommend channels to you, always participate, drop comment, like the channel, and YouTube will always notify you when they are live. So this is Sister Yinka. Sister Yinka she dropped one of her nuggets, and the thing makes sense well to me. You see, this is the latest, one of the latest video on her channel, and the channel is growing. No, Sister Yinka don't they want 84 subscribers. So, do you know what that means? That means that our sister is doing a fantastic job. So now I'm on her official YouTube channel. I want to go and find that content I'm making reference to. Okay, you see, these confident and not entitled kids. I've been talking to Sister Yinka now. I want her to come and educate us more about this, because this is very important. You know, as parents, and from what I've seen here in the Western world, a lot of people believe they are very, very confident, but sometimes they don't know when they are crossing the line from being confident to
Arrogant.
being arrogant, to becoming an entitled kid. We see it all the time. I don't blame American children. That is why I'm always opposed to people say, oh, you can just, don't shout, don't hear. Oh, this, before you know it, that your children, when they become teenager, they go learn so many things where we say you go pass your hand, and then you will start regretting. Okay, what are we preaching now? We're already preaching, oh, don't expect anything from your children, which we know say you shouldn't expect anything from your children. But I've seen children that were raised right here in America by their Nigerian and African parents, that these children are taking care of their parents now. And they don't have to do it based on the way America is structured. America is where you hear your own children tell you, well, it's your responsibility. You gave back to me. Well, I don't want to be here. You bring me here. You have to do it. Like, so I want to bring Sister Yinka. We are going to explore many of these great topics. There is another one I love so much. Where is that one again? It's something to do with selfishness. Oh, Sister Yinka, I even copy that one link. Wait, Sister Yinka, I have to go back again. I think it's before the Ashoebi. That one, Sister Yinka was talking about being how to be. Is it self-love, not selfishness? Like, how do you differentiate between self-love and being selfish? And I'm like, Sister Yinka, you are hitting the lane on the head, because I see that a lot among youth these days.
Oh my God, Uncle Beno, it's not always youth.
Look, it's you people from
Oh,
35 downward. I see it a lot. And I see it a lot among women, especially a lot of women. It's good to have self-love. I preach it too. That is why I always say that, look, in every situation, you come first. That's my own motive. That's my own approach. It's my own model of operandi. In anything, I come first. I not said, call me wherever. But then, how did you know that you putting yourself first is not being a selfish being? I'll give you an example. If I say I put myself first, and then maybe we want to do anything, me and my wife, and I'm like, no, I'm looking at how that thing favors me, not how it favors my wife. That is me being selfish. So I don't know how Sister Yinka gonna do it, but I will chat my sister up. We have to talk about this topic. I want Sister Yinka to be my special guest, and then we dive into this topic. And then towards the end, we will get people to ask questions and we address it together. So please, my brothers and sisters, if you haven't subscribed to Sister Yinka's channel, here is the link once again. Please go and subscribe. She's dropping real gems. My brother Chucky is still awake. Chucky said, better put yourself first. If you don't, you finish last. Absolutely, my brother. All right, my dear Abby. So far, so good. What do you have for us as we are living now?
It was a very nice, insightful topic. Minimal basbos, which is good for a Sunday, you know. Thank you, Uncle Patrick, for dropping gems, and Uncle Dio as well. Even if he wasn't here for as long as we would have wanted him to be here. I would just say that, Uncle Beno, I would say the same thing about choice of words. It's not that it's necessarily wrong. I'm a Christian woman and I want to marry a Christian man. So I cannot erase, or should I say eradicate, the importance of the Bible or the words. So I can't always argue about the Bible, when it really matters. But I think that what we've realized is that we have to unlearn some things. And sometimes not even necessarily about unlearning, it's also about giving alternatives. I think that's a better way to put it. We don't even have to unlearn. The Bible is the Bible, right? But we might have to create better alternatives to help us apply the Bible in our daily lives, in our marriages, in our relationships. So that's what I'm going to say. Create healthy alternatives that don't exactly water down what the Bible is instructing, but give more context to the modern times. Because think about it, there's so many things that we can't do according to the Bible times for obvious reasons. Times have changed. If you do that, a lot of things will not work. Marriages will not stand the test of time and all that, right? If you decide to be King Solomon, how are you going to do it? Can you have 1,000 women? No, you can't. So let's apply it across the board for men and for women as well. Submission, for instance, which is a very common topic, is not hard when the man is loving, when the man is kind, when the man is understanding. The problem with submission is when you're submitting to the wrong person that is trying to use the opportunity to control you or to abuse you and all that. So yeah, it's all, I know we joke a lot, we banter a lot, but at the end of the day, if you're Christian, and there's certain guidelines that you go by. We just need to find healthy boundaries and alternatives. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you, my baby girl. You are full of wisdom. All the sisters, they always say that, even though Abby is young, Abby head they hot. You are full of wisdom. The only thing way me I know just like now, because of say you be Gen Z, your blood they hot. That's the only thing you are giving me headache for Abby.
Uncle Beno, but I don't give you headache. Well, like today, I didn't give you headache. Every time you tell me come and co-host, I don't give you headache.
You don't give me headache because today's topic
it's not the first time now.
Today's topic is in the favor of the sisters. That's why on no see Dr. don't begin they start fire earlier. Anyway,
that's not fair. This is at least the third time I'm not giving you headache just because I knew my role. When I have the roles to give headache, I know, and I'll play that role very well too.
Thank you, Yari, my dear. Abby, just look at this screen real quick. Submission versus obey. Choose one. Which one of these words do you think men should use if they are talking about wife and how to deal with women? Submission or obey? Which one would be better word? Because you say
Uncle Ben, none are good. None are good. Neither.
You don't want to submit.
I want to submit to the right man.
I'm saying it. So if you want to submit to the right man, why can't you obey the right man too?
Uncle Benoit, let me tell you something. It's not. It's tough. Let me see. Obey is a very, very. It's not a word that should be used. I don't know how else to explain it.
Is God wrong to tell us to obey? What do
No, he's
you mean?
not wrong. Uncle Bernard, after everything I said, he's not wrong. Let me explain something. When you're marrying someone, do you consider your wife your equal?
In terms of what?
Just the union in general. Have you married your equal?
In terms of the union, me and my wife, we are not equal because the man must be the head, the wife must be the neck.
Okay. Uncle
Yes.
Bernard, the idea is that your partner should be your equal, right? As a human
No.
being. 1 second,
Wait.
no. As a
Wait.
human being. It doesn't mean this head talk is not, nobody is fighting anybody for the head. In fact, I don't even want to be the head. Carry your head and go. So that with that head comes great responsibilities. It's even good like that. Me, I'm not opposed to it. You understand? But what
See, okay, go ahead.
what I'm even saying is that generally, on a level playing field, we are equals. That's why we can come together and love each other, and understand each other, and support each other, right? However, it doesn't mean we don't have our roles. It doesn't mean I cannot come and hold your hand. I cannot come and hold your hand and say, "This is what I want to do. What do you think?" I have an ex that once told me that I'm obedient, but he realizes that he cannot do gragra with me. All he does is that he plants the seed. That's what it was so funny when he said it. He said, if he forces it, it will not happen. Do you know what he does? He drops it. He says, by the time I wake up in the morning, I'll say, okay, baby, that thing you said yesterday is true. Are you seeing what I'm trying to say? You don't have to push for obedience.
Abby.
Sometimes you can just plant the seed. And because the woman respects you, she will obey you in quotes anyway. But a lot of men want to push obedience. I said this, do this now. Uncle Ben, no, that does not work for a woman that in this day and age, especially with how much energy we put into relationships across the board. That's all we're saying. Adjust because of the role that we currently play.
Abby.
Sir?
This is the reason why me and Una Gen Z, we know they agree.
Uncle Ben, everything I said did not land. You live in America. You know that what I said makes a lot of sense. I don't know why you don't understand.
It still doesn't make a lot of sense in America. You know why? You know why?
It's not like you're not the head, though. It's just that there's always methods to getting what you want.
Abby,
And a lot of young men don't even know that. Uncle Ben, no, you tell us the same thing on this platform.
I know.
But a lot of young men, they want to shout you.
Abby, let me explain it to you. I know why you are fighting like hell now because of that submission or obey. That's why you are fighting.
Not nice words.
Okay, Abby, here is the thing. Husband and wife, they are not equal if we want to look at it on the basis of the marriage institution as well as expectation. Okay? They are not equal. The moment the wife realizes that in the scheme of things, my husband is the head, that automatically makes the wife understand and agree that we are not equal. However, it is the man's role to know that even though my wife and I are not equal, I should treat her as equal. Do you understand what I just said now, my dear?
Yeah.
You get it?
Yes.
Okay. You, husband and wife, they are not equal. Wife must recognize that, no, my husband is the head, I am the neck. In the hierarchy of things in the marriage institution.
And the head can't move without the neck. Okay.
Everybody, a man who has a very good brain in his call, we know that if I'm the head and my wife is the neck, even though in that hierarchy I am above my wife, but I can't even survive without my wife. Because in the scheme of things, the neck is more important than even the head. Just cut the neck off now. Say head go stay.
Well, I was saying the same thing then, Uncle Ben. It's about methods, right?
Now we are saying the same thing, but the way you are putting it, no man will agree with it. Any sensible way, only Gen Z men will agree. But the way I'm putting it to you now is that, well, the moment a man recognizes that I'm above, the wife is the neck, but I cannot exist without my wife. So therefore, I have to treat my wife as equally important as myself, and like she's my friend, my partner, and everything. Now, to come back under what Uncle Patrick taught us today, any man who realizes that even though I am the head, but my wife is equally as very, very, in fact, my wife is vital to my survivor in this marriage institution, that man will now understand everything Uncle Patrick taught us today with regards to man must take responsibility. So, if the man is the head, the man will have to be responsible for the wife, the children, for everything. So, in other words, the man should know that he is also must be ready to take the blame for what the wife does. So therefore, in order for him not to enter into potopoto just the way Eve puts Adam for inside potopoto, he must come down to the level of the wife and see the wife as equal, so they can have conversation, so that the wife can easily talk to him. The wife can easily come to me and say, hey baby, don't do this, let's do this. Then he can say, okay my dear, if we move this way it is wrong, maybe we should move that way. So that's just all I'm saying. And also, one of the benefits to women is that when you realize that your husband is not your equal, that will also help you to identify where to be respectful when it matters.
I agree with you. I know.
Okay.
I feel like
So
what we're kind of saying the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, because all I'm really saying, sometimes it's just method. They always say this: a woman can get her husband as long as he loves her to do anything that she wants. It's just about method, right? The right time, the right approach. So, as a woman, if you learn that, what's there? Again, as a man, if you're solid, I don't mind submitting. Most women will tell you that. What's there? If you're solid, I don't mind obeying, but I cannot obey someone that I can't even see as a leader to begin with. I cannot obey Adam. How can you obey Adam?
We're going to have all this conversation tomorrow because you are going somewhere else now.
No, I'm just saying, but no, between me and you now, will you advise me to obey Adam?
Why would you obey Adam? Don't mind my sister.
Adam does not have wisdom.
Adam is weak. Adam no weak. It's because women are criminals. You see, I've been open half of my mouth. I know what start.
That there's different calibers of men. Some actually can be obeyed and others can't be obeyed. But at the end of the day, the goal is to marry the one that we can obey.
Absolutely. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you,
sir. Be back tomorrow. Thank you, Abby. God bless you, my sister. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.
And have a good week, everybody.
Yeah, bye, Abby. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. That's my baby girl. I get plenty stubborn sister for this platform. I want to thank everybody for being part of this Sunday evening show. This is our Sunday school show. Thank you for joining the show. My brother Chucky, thank you for this brilliant idea. Sister Chinye, I see you came late. You are a late comer, Sister Chinye. You foresee Bas boast today. We discussed Adam and Eve, and you missed it, Sister Chinye. And by the way, Sister Chinye, yesterday, all my sisters, they fight me for backstage. They no one agree support my boy Davido. I go find you. I beg Sister Nat to make you support me. Sister Nat to disappoint me. I even go find you, make you come support me. I don't see your brake light. Sister Chiye, you owe me one bottle of Hennessy. Anyway, thank you, everybody. This Sunday school segment is actually very interesting. I pray that God give us the grace to be able to do the show. My vacation will end this week, so we're gonna have another episode next week Sunday. We won't have Upper Sunday, and then we'll have on the Sunday, so it's gonna be like alternate Sunday thing. Please bear with us. We are Christian and we are matured people, and we also have Muslim and other people watching this channel. Don't look at it that, oh, they are doing Sunday school. This is just like Christian program. It's not just about Christianity. It's about what we can learn from it. The way we structure the program, we simply look at some incident that happened in the Bible in the past, and then we try to relate it to what is happening right now in this modern world. Because we have the likes of Uncle Patrick and Uncle Dayo, as well as many of my sisters here who are also grounded in biblical knowledge, we can dissect it together, and then we can have a very good understanding of what is happening around us. In summary, today we look at two case study, and the two case study we cover today is the case of Adam and Eve, what really went down. And Uncle Patrick helped us break it down. Uncle Patrick make a lot of sense. Uncle Patrick has actually established the fact that Adam was the one who has the responsibility to have taken the right decision, but he actually fell and followed Eve. So the message is that we as men, we have to take full responsibility for whatever is happening around us, especially with our woman, and we have to always obey God's commandments. So the second story was, I think Uncle Patrick actually also drew some lesson from what happened between Samson and Delilah, and I think just go back and watch, you're gonna like it. The second case study was that of King Solomon. King Solomon marries 700 wives and 300 concubines, and the outcome is still the same. King Solomon disobeyed God's commandment. He married women from where God don't want him to marry. And I brought real life situation into the conversation, that right now we have our children marrying women from places that we don't agree with. And then Uncle Patrick also educated us about that one, that nowadays it's not really like what the parent says, but more or less about how you raise the children. If you raise them on the path of the Lord, they are going to do better. So I enjoyed this segment, and I believe everybody also enjoyed it. We started with Davido. We look at Davido's wedding, which is still ongoing. And my take with Davido's wedding is that Davido is just having a regular wedding. It's all about him and his wife and his family and friends. Even though we expected Davido to have thrown a luxury, a glammed up wedding, what it boils down to is that Davido is just being Davido. And the question I ask is this: does the amount spent on a wedding, or how glamorous a wedding seems to be, will that determine the success of a marriage? And I think we all unanimously agree that that is a no-no. So that is the summary of everything we did today. I will see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you, Sister Marriott, my Zeno baby. Thank you, Sister Marriott, Misty, Ashley, everybody that contributed in the show. Thank you very much, Misty, the troublemaker. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna compare Davido's wedding to Tenny or $10 wedding tomorrow. Bring your bags, goes hat. It go tough. Oh my yaga. Dr. Adama was trying to bait me today, but I was saying, Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit, give me, just calm me down. So tomorrow we're gonna look at Tenny or $10 and Davido's wedding. So bring it on 100%, and I will bring it on 100% here. Thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic night. Good night, everybody.
From Nigeria to Vegas, the lights are bright. Champagne popping under the neon night. I swear be shining gold and white. Laughter louder than the city's height. Oh yeah, step on the dance floor. Wind your waist, bend down low. Nigeria to the world, let it show. We rock it, we flex it, let it flow. There's a heat, but we bring the rain. Palm wine vibes in a champagne lane. Jollof aroma drives me insane. Culture's a wave you can't contain. Raise your hands if you feel alive. Heartbeat matching the drums drive. Boy, I step on the dance floor. Wind your waist, bend down low. I got to the world, let it show. We rockin' the flex and let it flow.